Alright, shall we get back to it? I rather think we shall. Michelin star run, still in the first run, came incredibly close to dying last time. 2 gaping wounds in Shepherd, bleeding out in red health. She even mused about how she was about to die. But with the power of stims, accelerant, and a blizzard immediately hitting me after a wolf attack, we were able to see our way through and actually defeated Ash Canyon. Well, to a degree. Let's get back in here. There we go. Our health is looking surprisingly okay, given that our health recovery rate is extremely low, but we drank our good old herbal tea before we went to sleep. Now it is relatively early morning. We're back in the angler's cabin in Ash Canyon. I know how to get out from here, and I'm quite confident in my ability to navigate outside of Ash Canyon. Still got some goods here, and I will be leaving quite a few goods here, but I'll probably be dragging back more than a few items, especially my beloved saplings. Tell you what, I'm actually going to take those, and then, despite having just grabbed them, drop them right here. I need these saplings drying out. They are my ticket to getting a bow operational. I think I'll actually take my cooking pot with me. I don't have a ton of water, but I will, because I have an idea. My idea is that I'm going to drag just about everything that I've found here, and I'm going to take it back to Pleasant Valley. The reason being is that Pleasant Valley is an excellent hub for doing all the later cooking that I need for Pleasant Valley, Timberwolf, Ash Canyon, and Black Rock. Maybe even Coastal Highway, but I think Coastal Highway itself is a good cooking hub for Desolation Point, Crumbling Highway itself. And then Mystery Lake is probably a good hub for everything over here. So I'm going to want some of my ingredients here, here, and here. So I'll drag what I can back to the farmhouse at Pleasant Valley. It's got a 6-hob stove, so it's ideal for doing lots of cooking. The downside is that means I'm going to be carrying quite a lot of crap back with me, and I'm already quite tired, but this is the whole reason we picked up the backpack. We now have 5 extra kilograms of carry capacity. Let us not forget the arrowheads that are here, and that's quite important. How do I barely have any cloth? I'll leave one bit of cloth behind. I should be able to get more cloth on the way out, but that stuff's going to be useful for doing repair jobs on my increasingly raggedy clothes. Oh man, you wool sweater. The head wrap of shame is still here. My clothes are a little wet and my shoes are not looking all that great, but we do what we can, for we must. Alright, alright. So I'm just going to take a wee nap right now. Do I have food to eat? Technically, yes. Let us not forget there's this useless book here. Firing guide. Yeah, we're not going to be needing that. Quick check on my burnables tells me I don't have a book, so let's grab a book with us. There's another book over here if the need arises. Leave it on the desk. Should be good on tinder as well. I have 5 sources of tinder, quite a few sticks, 2 accelerant, 10 coal. 10 coal is quite a bit. I'm going to leave behind 3 coal here. I don't know actually. Maybe 10 coal is the right amount. I know it's 3 kilos of coal, but let's take it anyway. Right, so I'm going to eat, sleep, only for a little while, and then we're getting moving. We have opportunities to sleep down the line. So... I will drink the birch bark, I rather think, although I would like to warm it up if possible. Get the heating up bonus on the move. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to keep it for exactly that. Weird how sure footing always shows isn't exactly in the middle. Oh, Crivens, I was meant to change that, wasn't I? There was a setting somewhere on the UI, buff notification offset. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had this down very low. Let's check if that works just fine. So if I take off my crampons, there we go. Doesn't that make a lot more sense? We could probably even have it way down at the bottom. And then if we put it back on, there we go. I don't think I saved that, did I? No, I did apparently. Okay, very good. So I will chow down on a couple of cattails and take a wee nap here. It was already there, and I'd even set it before. I just managed to completely forget about it, as I often do. I'm going to be really tight-arsed about this. I'm only going to sleep for 2 hours. I want to get going while the going is good. Preferably I can get out of Ash Canyon today, but depends what the wolves do, depends what the weather does. I like how reactive this game is. No matter how good a plan you make, the game can always go, maybe not, sunshine. I want to make sure that I've got my stuff logged properly. I actually slammed this game into Steam just so I could use Steam Overlay. Hang on, you can't see my overlay. What is this? Hold on, something ain't right. It's meant to capture overlays. I want it to capture overlays. I think I just killed it, but maybe it can come back. Maybe it can come back. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Don't think there's anything too incriminating showing here. Right, there we go. So, Ash Canyon. Apparently I'm leaving, well, I'm not leaving this oil or ingredients. So I'm leaving 12 matches and fuel and some miscellaneous. Well, I don't think there's enough miscellaneous to even justify saying miscellaneous. There are matches and there's fuel. Okay, that's pretty much it worth noting here. Alright, think and hope that's showing up properly. Alright, let's go. The challenge is in the title. Zarian play. We don't mess around with bots here. As long as it's not a blizzard, I'm good to go. It's a blizzard. Buggering bollocking. Okay, I guess we're not good to go then. We're going to take little naps until the blizzard passes. Hopefully it's not too long. A man can hope, can't he? One of my main concerns is that I'm very, very low on water, and I do need to make more, but I'm loath to make it inside here because just making it on a single stove thing is a bit pathetic, because I could only make one pot worth here at a time. There are not enough ingredients in the entire world to achieve everything on it. Carrots, potatoes, peaches, syrup, they're limiting. I disagree, and I think I'm correct in disagreeing. I went around the whole world on Interloper and I grabbed just about everything I could, and I was able to get everything that's on that list so far. I stocked up a shop in it. I have a run on my YouTube called the Shopkeeper Run for this game, where I filled up Concept with goodies, and I got a lot of goods. I believe I found 6 or more tubs of maple syrup, 6 or more thingies of coffee as well. Alright, is that blizzard passed yet? Absolutely not. Positively not. Still can't open that lockbox, can I? No, I haven't found the note about it. Well, there's no way I'm going out in this. I would take unpleasant amounts of cold damage. Although, whilst I spot you here, I am going to grab this wee cattail and its cattail head for potential tinder down the line. I can poke my nose out a wee bit. Hang on, I'm not sure this is a blizzard. I think this is just heavy snow. In fact, it's clearing. Oh, that's convenient. I'm going to get back inside, rest up just a wee bit to get my warmth back, grab my sticks, and go. Okay, that was convenient. I do feel like this game has strange ways of changing its weather. But anyway, do I even want to sleep for an hour? Seems excessive. I really just want to pass time until I'm warm. That's good enough for me.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
I know I was earlier musing about how we're actually feeding Shepherd on this run, but the food situation has gotten a little too dire to... Oh, the blizzard came back. Huh. Okay. Not keen on going out in the blizzard. The damage that I would take would be way too much given how quickly my heat falls. Okay, so the game seems intent on putting me in a unpleasant situation where I just have to sit here. If it's going to be that bad, maybe I should make some water. It'll cost me a match and a little bit of fuel, but is that really a problem? I'm inclined to say that it is not. My main problem is my sheer lack of torches. Probably should have put that in the explanation, but yes, we cannot pull torches from fires. And that puts a lot of stress and strain on this run, far more than I had even expected. I've got more sewing kit here than one man truly needs, so I'm going to leave one behind. Actually, if I ever leave a sewing kit behind, I want it to be the damaged sewing kit. it's unlikely that I'm going to go to this location with no sewing kit and have to do 100% sewing kit worth of stuff. It's more likely that I'm on the move and I'm desperate to fix things up and I can't afford one of these breaking on me. Alright, I think I am pressed against the wall here. I have to make some water. Well, don't let me down, Shepherd. In fact, this is an excellent opportunity to burn this, this guide. It still gives me the 80% starting chance. And I don't want to waste an accelerant on this. Accelerant is for emergencies, like when we were attacked by a wolf and desperately needed a fire going. The completion condition is getting all of those menus done, put to the location. I want a nice screenshot of each location. How do you make torches? You need sticks, cloth, and the most limiting factor, fuel. Burning oil. Alright, I'm gonna make just a little bit of water, because I do need... Well, actually no, forget a little bit of water. Sod that. Cook up what little water there is there. Make me a big batch of water. We might be waiting here for a wee while. That's 2 hours worth of water making right there. So I'm gonna put on this cedar firewood and a few sticks. So I've got 2 hours worth of fire there. And drink down the rest of my water. I'm going to eat that single cattail that I found out there. I want my replacement book back. Actually, no, I picked up a book. I should actually be leaving behind a book. There we go, books for burning. Eat that cattail and be happy about it, Shepherd. Yeah, lovely wee cozy blizzard to nap to. That was foul, though. There was a blizzard, it came, went, and then gave me another blizzard. So much for low weather variability. But then again, I've got high blizzards on. I've got to drop my sticks. I should always be dropping my sticks if I'm in here. Those sticks need to dry out, otherwise I cannot use them for crafting. How does that work? I do not know, but they still have to be cured. Let's have a quick gander outside before we pass another hour in bed. Oh, it's much better. Okay, well I still want that water. And I'm not willing to wait on it, or am I? I don't think I am, but the day is passing by real fast on me. This isn't ideal. Shouldn't be wasting that kind of time, but I still will. I was just watching the first episode of Long Play. It's like I didn't miss a thing. What nasty weather conditions. Low resources. Right, give me these back. Don't take the newsprint. Just leave the newsprint somewhere visible. I will be taking my potable water, taking my pot, chugging down some water, and maybe now I can get moving. Okay, oh boy, it's not only has the blizzard passed, the weather is outright brilliant. It's warm. Warmest time of day, actually, is the end of the day. Mornings are the worst. All the coldness of the night. I'm gonna grab every cattail along the way that I can. Cattails are calories after all. And unlike most foods, calories aren't needed for any of the recipes. I think one person wants a single cattail for garnish on their dish. Otherwise, I'm pretty safe to be grabbing all of these. I'm quite close to the weight limit though, but that's not to be unexpected. I did grab a bunch of things that are weighing me down, and they're only useful for bringing back to Pleasant Valley's farmhouse, where they shall be deposited for safekeeping. The oil, the pinnacle peaches, maybe a tin of that sardines and whatnot. There we go. I'm still quite cold. It feels like -10. Might get lucky and it gets a wee bit warmer. There's also a fair bit of wind, but I'll get rid of that when I enter the valley. I think the wind is against me as well. I'm not going off the beaten track here. I feel like I get lost way too easily, even though it's a fairly linear path here. There are some branching off parts that can get ya. I'm going to use a cool trick, however. I might have forgotten a lot of the cool tricks that I had in my Single Region Survivor series, but I do remember how to get up to the... I forget the name of the cabin, but there is a wee cabin up a ways. Normally, you'd have to take a very long, elaborate route that requires going up that bit up there. You see that bridge? You can reach up there. But we will not be reaching our way up there. Is that a cave? truly had no idea there was a cave here. And it's not really a cave at all. Well, maybe. It's not a cave like most caves in this game. All of these little branchy things there should have rose hips on them, but because we've set the natural resources to as low as they can go, it's very hard to find rose hips. And reishi mushrooms and cattails. Again, cattails should be littering this as well. We're seeing far fewer than normal. Yeah, this game is so much more see that location, you can go there than any Western RPG I can think of. But I'm not a Western RPG savant, so don't put it past me to be completely wrong. Even if it gets dark, even if the weather turns quite a bit, I am keen on making it out of Ash Canyon. I want to make as much distance as I can, because calories are a real limiting factor. Calories, torch... not matches. If there's one thing that is not a limiting factor on this run, it is matches. I have had match luck that would make even the most grizzled long dark survivor wince with pain. How many matches have we found now? I got 36 on my person. I must have used about 15 or 20 of them. I've deposited about over 20, I think, now. Won't be long until we hit the triple digits of matches. And yeah, that's going to make some people sick. Still grabbing every stick that I can find, because it's all fuel. I don't mind using my matches, but I do mind being in an awkward situation where I cannot heat myself up. Also need to be in a position where I can start a fire if I really need to get wolves off my back, because I cannot use a torch.
I can't feel my hands.
I had a torch, and it died on me for some unknown reason. I dropped it down, nowhere near water, and it still immediately got ruined. I don't think that would ever normally happen, so something must have changed. Anyway, up over those rocks over there, there is a wee cabin, and if my memory serves me correctly, and sometimes it doesn't, actually very often it doesn't, but I should be able to get up there using this slope right here. I'm very heavy, so it's quite likely I'm going to break my delicate Canadian glass ankles and or wrists here. One snapped wrist is fine, one snapped ankle is not, but we should be able to fix ourselves up. So what you do is you climb up here as much as you can before Shepard starts being unable to climb more, and then you just grip onto the wall here and Spider-Man your way across. You could say this game is no match for you, Rainy. I could, but then I'd probably want to go and throw myself off a rock. There goes the wrist, but like I said, wrist is good. Well, wrist is fine, maybe not good. What's not good is ankle, because I need those ankles to run. Also, ankles, I believe, take longer to heal. Spider Shepherd does whatever Spider Shepherd does. We're almost there, which is just as well, because I'm taking a lot of damage from the cold. We recover condition extremely slowly with these difficulty settings. So, taking damage is incredibly bad. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, crivens, we get to the final moment and we still break our poor little legs. Alright, don't worry about it, Shepard, walk it off. Just walk it off. Come on, get up there. Can't sprint to the end here, which is a bit of a bummer, but I will grab this old man treebeard lichen. It's very light, and if I do end up with another one of those double infections, I'll be able to use this to get rid of it. I don't like carrying around antiseptic because it's so heavy, but lichen is not. And lichen, I think, is renewable. I think I've seen lichen wash up on beachcombing before. Don't quote me on that one because I'm not entirely sure. Alright, see, I took a fair bit of damage on the walk over here. Hopefully it was worthwhile. Saves me having to make a fire to warm up. I did see the wee backpack there, but I'll check it out later. And here we are. I like this place. Nice and warm. I'm still hungry. Do I want to eat? I do want to eat. You know, I got these cattails. Let's chug them down. And let's see what the fruits of our labor are. I'm immediately seeing something I'm getting excited about. Combat pants. Not only combat trousers, but they're in incredibly good condition at 91%. These are amazing, and they usually spawn here. This is not a great surprise to me. Now, why are combat trousers so good? Well, They almost entirely negate your need to get one pair of deerskin trousers. Deerskin trousers are usually the end game trousers on Interloper, but one pair of combat trousers is good. They have good protection, they don't inhibit your ability to sprint, they have the same warmth bonus as deerskin trousers, they have, I think, about half the wind resistance, but that's okay because if you wear the combat ones on the inside and the deer ones on the outside, then the lack of the wind bonus is a non-factor. Also very light for what they give. These are 3/4 of a kilo. I think deerskin trousers are 2 kilograms. So I'll just leave these behind. Potential harvestable cloth down the line. I need to search here right now, actually. It's getting dark and darker, so if there are goodies here, I need to grab them. Nothing here. Anything here? I shouldn't have dilly-dallied, actually. I should have very quickly searched the area. Because... tomato soup, yeah, I'm having that. Not having the cardboard box itself. Firewood, is that something? More tomato soup. Alright, nothing else in here. Wooden matches. If there's one thing Shepherd did not have enough of, it was matches. Some doggy dog food. I could take some charcoal, but I could also not. A book on shooting things. Okay. Something in the trunk? Is there something under here? Yeah, plastic container. Yeah, I do have my auto-clicker properly sorted out this time. That was a sweater, but I already have the 2 best sweaters that one can hope for. So I will just dump this. What else did I grab there? I think it was scrap metal. Yeah, I could take it with me. What I actually need from here is some cloth. So I don't think I'll sleep while I'm here. Come on, let's go to somewhere you want to go.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
You don't really need some first aid, Shepherd, you're
This stuff will come in
fine.
handy.
A shell and a windbreaker. I think both are inferior to what I already have, which are 2 ski jackets. The shell is really good on wind resistance. Well, maybe not much better. Still going to drop both of these things. And leave them here for future Jake. If I end up back here later on, then there'll be a source of cloth, but more than likely they're just going to sit here and do nothing. After all, if I want cloth, I can tear these curtains down, and as it happens, I do want cloth. Let's not get too thirsty here, Shepherd. Chug down some water. So what I think I'll do... I'll actually poke around the outside first here. I don't want to sleep here. I want to continue on to Timberwolf, because, man, it is nice outside. So what I think I'll do is I will bandage up my leg, warm up inside here, and then just get moving. Isn't there usually a rope around here? A rope to activate that hangy down thing? Oh, there's usually a rope here. Might be imagining it. I imagine a lot of things. Guess I imagined that as well. Hang on, did I open this? Absolutely. Okay, man. Shows how good my memory is. Right, never mind this. Get in, warm up, and it's time to move while going is good. I want to sleep in Timberwolf rather than here. Sleeping would admittedly get rid of this sprain if I slept for long enough, but as it happens, I will just bandage up my ankle. I won't bandage up my wrist. Wrist problems are no problems. But I am shockingly low on cloth for a man that once had so much cloth he didn't know what to do with it all. So, wow, that's a lot of sticks. What the hell am I doing with stump remover? Drop that, it's dead weight. Stump remover is useful for making bullet, but that's a non-factor in an interloper run. Oh, hang on, there's a bedside thing here. There's a book on it? Okay, well, I don't need a book. Let's go and grab some of these and fashion some bandages to warm up. Oh, golly gosh, that might have been a mistake. Look at how dark it is now. I do not want to have to... I think it's pitch black in here now, isn't it? Alright, well, that tells me the bed is right here. Could just get under the covers for a little bit. But it's so good outside, I should really get moving. So where's the door to get out of here? Well, never mind the door, there's a curtain right here, and I do need a bit more cloth. And I should absolutely fashion myself another bandage. Or 2 bandages, rather. You make them in 2s. Yeah, we can apply ice on the wound, no problem. At least we got that going. Alright, there we go. Still a little overweight, not happy with that, because I am getting more and more tired. I don't think I want to carry around this scrap metal. Don't want to carry things that aren't worth the weight. But a lot of this stuff really is worth the weight. Especially the food that I'm bringing back. Still got the bandana of shame. Cracks me right up. Okay, now I just need to find the... oh god, if that's the bed, where am I even looking? Cardboard box. It's hard to even know... Oh, hang on, a rope? Huh, I could easily set up the rope then. There's no need to, so I won't, but... yeah, until I get fuel for my lantern, there's a lot of fumbling around in the dark here. Shepard is actually wandering around this little cabin, trying desperately to feel out where the door is. Alright, sometimes it helps to figure out where the floor is first, and then know you're looking straight ahead. And then I can rub my way around. Oh, there's leave cabin. That's what we need. And of course I went right past it. Come on, where is it? We were looking right at it. Where'd it go? There's the floor. There's the wall. Curtain, curtain, leave cabin. There we go. Still quite warm, so absolutely a good time to get moving, and move we shall. Good to keep in mind that there is a rope in there, but the rope that you find there you use to activate the shortcut to get up there. And yeah, climbing the rope isn't going to break your ankles, but climbing ropes absolutely knackers Shepard. By which I mean makes her very tired very fast. Okay, now we just get out of here, and contrary to the way that I got in here, I will be leaving via the ravine. I believe it's called Echo Ravine. But it could be wrong. I believe a lot of things that are wrong. I believe every word that man said, because it's exactly what I wanted to hear. Oh, would you look at that? Another rope. Jeez. Coal. Tinder plug. I'll just leave that there for now. Anything worth my time in here? There's a memento telling us about a climb up to the gold mine, I believe. I want to generally follow the water out of here. As it gets darker, it's going to get easier to lose my way, but that's surely not a problem.
So hungry.
Shepard might be hungry, and I am a little loath to starve her right now, but like I said, food is a bit at a premium, especially with cattails not being as forthcoming as normal. Is it sad that reading through the recipe list made me hungry? Cattail stock delicacy. No, you're not alone. Good food and games can certainly make me quite hungry. There is a wolf right there. I have 2 flares. That's really my only way of spooking the wildlife. As long as I don't get lost, it's not a big problem if the wolf charges me. Or at least if he stalks me a bit. Charging is obviously a big problem. I can't quite remember how to get out from here. I know I need to follow this general direction, but if I go off on a tangent, I'm going to get lost and not get my way out. At least once I get to Timberwolf, I'll be fine. Pretty sure I want to work my way towards a waterfall. I got the flare at the ready in case I crest a hill and very suddenly spook a wolf. I don't want to have a repeat of last session. Oh, I spy the waterfall in the distance. Where the heck's that wolf? It's right in front of me. Okay. As long as I don't run into one of his pals, I'll be okay. Just give him a wide berth. I was playing a little too fast and loose with bears earlier. Bears can actually charge from quite a distance. So perhaps I was playing a little too greedily, trying to steal the bears. What did I steal from the bear? I think I stole his book on carcass harvesting. There's another wolf over there. Oh, I think I interrupted one's meal. They're growling at me, which they only do when they're trying to protect something they've caught, a deer or a rabbit. But there should be a right turn around here. Shepard's complaining about the cold, but she's milking it. She's fine. Getting suspiciously clear out. I wonder if there's an aurora around the corner. Anyway, this is the way up to Echo Ravine. Again, there's a bunch of stuff around here, cattails and various other bits and bobs that I'm missing, but this is not the time of the run where you scour everything from every location. This is the time where you grab what you need and keep moving. I need to get the big power surges. And right now, what I'm really working towards is getting myself a bunch of forging done. That requires me to find a heavy hammer and locate a forge. Is it along here? If it's not along here, I might be causing myself some troubles. It's hard to see in the dark. I think it is along here. Yeah, we're good. Now, there's usually a heavy hammer over at Spencer's in Forlorn. If there's not, I could try my luck at Broken Railroad, but all that is beyond Pleasant Valley, which I need to journey back to. Which does require going through good old Timby here. Onwards to Timberwolf as I reseat myself. Here we go. Now, this is the way that we could have come out of Timberwolf to head on over to Ash Canyon. Truth be told, I have no idea why Past Jake decided to take the other route, but he did. I think I would have been much more convenient coming in this way. I think I truly have no idea why I did that. This was a much faster way to get to Ash Canyon. Also would have allowed me to harvest more along the way, but hey ho. We make the decisions we make, and we have to live with them, don't we? What's the difference between Interloper and the difficulty like this? Resources are lower, particularly natural ingredients like rose hips and cattails. I get more tired and more thirsty. I'm not sure if I get more hungry or not. Certainly hope not. But the meters thing at the bottom left is much worse, and my condition recovery is a lot worse. A good night's sleep in Interloper can heal about 38-40% of your health. In this, it's nowhere near that. Have I missed my turn off? No, I think it's up here. This temperature is wonderful, but it is getting colder, but that is okay. I have a cunning plan. Well, I hope I have a cunning plan. I just also hope I don't run into a wolf. Don't want that to stop and start a fire, that's for sure. Another huge difference, Vermi, and this is the big difference, is that I cannot pull torches from fires. Excuse me. If I need a torch, I have to craft one out of sticks, cloth, and lamp oil. The lamp oil is the severely gimping factor there. There's an argument that says just go for the lake cabin right now, but I'm actually going to double back a bit. I have a plan. I don't want to run though. Shepherd is already very tired. You can see in the bottom right my carrying capacity is dropping due to my tiredness. My fatigue meter in the bottom left, the one you see with the eye, that is a problem right now. But at least if a wolf charges me, I've got the flare. Flares are not limited. You can find them on beachcombing, so I'm not too afraid to use them. But they're still very much a consideration. I don't want to waste them, because if I waste this flare, then suddenly I've only got one flare to carry on with. Shepherd's starting to get really cold, but she's still not so cold she's taking damage. We're not healing, however, we are taking starvation damage because that cattail really did not hit the spot. If I get lucky, I might find a wee bit of birch bark along here as well. There's some birch trees. We actually came along here earlier. This is where I stole some food from Lord Barrington. There's some mushrooms. I think I'll leave them be for now. I'm not in a crippling need for mushrooms. Plus, I don't really have the time. I gotta keep moving. It's not worth the condition damage of stopping to pick the mushrooms off the tree stumps. I think I need to pass by there and take a left. I don't think it's this left. Yeah, here, this crashed wing down here was where we spotted the bear, or rather the bear spotted us. But we kept moving. Starting to get pretty chilly though. That's pretty bad. I really don't want to take this condition damage, so I am going to start a wee fire here. Am I going to use... Well, you know what, let's just set it up here. Don't let me down, fire, or shepherd, or wolf. 80% chance to get this thing Uh-oh. That is slight inconvenience. Tell you what, this sounds like accelerants work. There we go. How's the temperature looking? -11. Alright, here, have a single bit of coal to warm me up.
Damn. I'm freezing.
And I'm going to warm up my... Where's my cup of tea? There we are. I'm going to warm up that cup of tea. I'm also going to make a couple more cups of tea. Wolf is going to be scared by the fire. Actually, it's not coming over to me anymore. Come on, Wolfie. Really? You want a piece of me? There we go. Oh god, what if he turns into Aurora Wolf? Wait, what's his problem? I want you to scat. Although not in that direction, because that's where I'm going. Okay, go figure. Alright, maybe throwing some coal onto here was a bit of overkill, but I wanted the immediate temperature boost. Let's have this delicious birch bark tea. Mostly for the warming up bonus and the immediate boost to my heat right there. Gib. I'm not even going to bother continuing to do more. I guess I'll use the thermos. Store my hot drinks for me. Normally I'd take a fire torch with me, but not an option here. And since I ran out of... Oh boy, it's snowing as well. Since I ran out of oil, I cannot make one. Where is that wolf? Okay, there's that wolf. That's fine. Give him a wide berth on my way forward. Oh, there we go. Immediate payoff from the birch bark. I bet the wolf is guarding some birch bark over there as well. It's alright, just give him a wide berth. You can usually walk the dog. Oh, there's another one over there. Okay. We have more angry wildlife in this than an Interloper game. A lesser known fact is that when you play an Interloper, you have fewer wolves than you do on Stalker mode. Stalker is an easier difficulty overall, but has a lot more hostile wildlife. Shepherd's getting real tired. She's got no time for this anymore. But don't worry, it'll all pay off as long as I can crest this hill safely. The wolves will normally just... Those are wolf tracks, right? Hopefully they're going away from here, not towards here. As long as you don't antagonize the wolves by aiming something at them, you'll generally be okay. But sometimes they do just charge you, and maybe I should have this ready just in case. They are right behind me, though. That warming up bonus is what's keeping me alive right now. Yeah, I don't have stick north either. Normally you can use a stick to divine your location. If you throw it directly on the ground, it'll always point north. Well, not always. Some maps aren't oriented north, but they'll point to stick north. Which just means the predetermined area that they point towards, and you can use that to still figure out where you are. Anyway, the lovely warm part of the night is over. It is now getting colder, it is snowing on me. I'm getting so tired and so slow. Hope I'm going the right way. Could you imagine if I wasn't? I really need to find the fallen over tree bridge over all of this. And you know what? I'm not seeing it, which is starting to concern me. I'm starting to not see anything because the snow is really picking up. And I'm getting really cold here. Real cold. Cold enough to drink my other birch bark tea? Cold enough to drink my other birch bark tea. I didn't like that. Shepherd does not have the wherewithal to move and drink at the same time. Real high-class lady. Yeah, I needed the warming up bonus so I wouldn't take more cold damage from all of this. This is freaking brutal. Where is that bridge-like thing I'm looking for? Over there or over there? I don't think it's here.
Rest suit, I'm okay.
I forget fainting, Shepherd. I can't even see where I'm going now. Okay. This is what the flare is for. Flare spooked the dog there. This is what I was looking for. Okay, I wasted a flare by turning around a bit. Wanted to get across here. Been across here before though. Am I actually going the right way? I'm not so sure I am. I don't recall there being a big freaking gaping gap to my left.
Where can I find something to eat?
Okay. This is what I get for not doing single region survivor for Timberwolf Mountain already. Wish I could start a fire off of this thing. Maybe I should. Getting pretty cold.
It's a goddamn freezing.
So there's a there is a cache around here, which I'd really like. I think it's just ahead of me, but I could be wrong. It could be over there. You know what? I really do need to stay warm. I'm going to drink another one of these. Check around here and then around there. See, if it wasn't so dark, it would be easier to keep my bearings, but it is dark, and there's no changing that. Also, I'm very, very slow and tired. I am now about 10 kilos overweight. Gosh, is it over here? Is it around there? This feels a little too close to the edge. This is a ways out away. Maybe I really should have gone for Crystal Lake. But on the other hand, if it's a full prepper cache, then it's absolutely worth it. I don't think there's any way of knowing in advance, but some of the prepper caches aren't picked clean. On Interloper, I think it's only 2 or 3 of them. So this is right. It feels right. Although I'm not able to climb up here, which isn't good. Come on, Shepherd, best foot forward. This feels right. This feels very right. Barely keeping the damage at bay here. This is starting to not feel right anymore. Oh golly gosh, where is it?
I never thought I'd be dying from starvation.
I'm about to be dying from cold here. I can't find it. Am I going the wrong way? It's amazing how much a bit of darkness can change things. I can't see a damn thing, and I don't have a light source to help me out. Oh, there it is! Oh, what a savior. Hoo 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 hoo, right when the cold hits. Okay, so these are the prepper caches. I thought it would be so easy to find this thing, but did not consider that finding my way in the dark, not so easy. Unfortunately, it is abandoned. It's got sweet naff all for me, but fortunately, it has a bed and Shepherd is extremely tired. Cannot start a fire in here, but I think all I need to do is eat... maybe just a fat lot of cattails, drink up and go to sleep for 8 hours. So, chow down your beloved cattails there, Shepherd. And, alright, need to drink up. Also need to get rid of this flashing notification on my screen. There we go. And sleep for 8 much needed hours. It's never particularly warm in these shelters, but it's not as cold as outside, so I'll take it. Excellent. There we go. The sprained wrist is healed. My condition doesn't look so bad. It's kind of warm enough to explore here.
Eat soon.
Never found anything in these grates, but someday I'm sure I will. Cardboard boxes for tinder, but yeah, this is a typical empty one. Nothing in it but the bed. I'm still going to sleep a little longer. No good reason not to. It's still morning, and morning isn't the best time for journeying. Mid to late afternoon is, so drink up, Shepherd, all the way, sleep up, and then we get moving. I think I can afford Shepherd one more cattail. Such decadence. It's a shame that I had to use a flare to get here, but it would have been an even bigger shame if I had taken damage from that wolf on the way here. Yeah, it took longer to get here than I thought, but I should be able to move a lot faster now that I am
I'm starving.
Okay, yes, starving shepherd, we get that, but what I am not is... Hang on, should I go back around this way, or is there another route around? My mental image tells me maybe... Maybe there's a way around here. Seems risky, though. Seems really risky. I think I'll take the path I actually know. Besides, it's kind of warm. I can afford to move around for a bit longer. So now my path is out of Timberwolf towards Pleasant Valley. Maybe I shouldn't be taking this obscure path. Might just break my ankles again. Oh, golly gosh. There goes the wrist, there goes some of my clothing, and there's a bit of damage. So if you really enjoyed hearing Shepherd complain, we're going to get a bit more of that. And who didn't? There's some bunnies if I want to consume some bunnies. Shouldn't need to, though. I might actually take these mushrooms, though. I think I passed them by on my way over, because this is the path that I took on my rather elongated route towards Ash Canyon previously. If a blizzard hits me now, it's a bit unfortunate. It's certainly heavy snow, but it's not windy, and it's quite warm. Yeah, I think I'll keep going like this, although those wolves could be a problem again. Once I get the bow, wolves are far less of a problem. Just freaking kill them. As simple as that. Don't even need to harvest them. Sometimes it feels wasteful to kill a wolf and not just harvest all of its delicious goodies, but don't have to stop and smell every rose, do we? And there we go, back across this thing. So look how much easier it is with the assistance of light. And this wouldn't have been a problem if I'd been able to get moving earlier, but that double blizzard kept me pinned down in Angler's Den for longer than I wanted. Still think it was the right move to get going from the other little den area, though. Plus, we now know that there's nothing of value in that prepper cache, which is valuable information. Okay, Shepherd's shivering about the cold, but it's really not that bad. -6 is nothing. If I really need to, I can stop and make a fire, but not being able to grab a torch, that's what's caning me the most. If I could just have torches, I'd have more temperature as I move along. I'd have a lot more safety from wildlife. Yeah, it would be golden. It actually devalues grabbing sticks as zealously as I am, but old habits die very hard. Also, if I were better at starting fires, I wouldn't have those issues where I'm sitting there unable to make the fire to spook the wolf. Yeah, we know we've been there already, grabbed the goodies out of that. Oh, would you look at that? I think I did go too far along. The crossover was right here, not along there. Boy, I need to get my bearings. As somebody pointed out, Timberwolf Mountain is one of the places that I have not done single region survival. Oh Christ, no, don't drink that. Where's all my water? Did I drink all my water? I must have. I'll need to make some more. Tell you what, if are those wolves? No, those aren't wolves. If I can bring a wolf over there, I could actually snag a lot of food. But we need to find a wolf. Go figure, the wolves aren't here when I need them. What was that? Oh, that was a bear, not a wolf, damn. Bear doesn't share the utility of a wolf in this regards. I'm actually going to run a little bit just to get around Lord Barrington. He's going to elongate my journey here. And I am getting colder, so let's try and avoid that. Let's see, the summit is up there, which tells me Crystal Lake is over there. And there are the bear tracks. If I hadn't seen the bear already, at least I'd know he's there because of that. Really should be searching through there for more birch bark, but... oh no, I really should. Barrington's not a big deal. He's slow, lumbering. He won't bother you if you don't bother him. But if Barrington is bothered by you, he's going to do a lot of damage to you. And even after he's done chewing on your body, and he walks away, and you get back up, If you don't then vamoose from there, he might turn around and have another go with you. He does a ton of damage to your clothes. So the summit up there has a lot of ingredients, and I have had a certain person who knows his way around Long Dark, apparently, tell me that I need to make my way up there as soon as possible. But it's multiple rope climbs to get up to the summit. And if you don't have a bedroll or a lot of coffee, that's a tall order. I have neither. So I'm not doing that. If you don't get up to the summit fast enough, a lot of the items up there spoil. So that's not good, but it's as good as I can afford right now. Alright, I should be warm enough getting into the cabin over there. So let's hightail it a bit, Shepherd. It's a shame there are all these deer going around. I'd love to hunt these deer. You don't need a bow to do so. If you simply have a wolf, you can use the wolf to hunt for you. But I don't spy any spare wolves at the moment, so that's not an option. What I will do is get in here and take a wee nap, if nothing else, to warm up.
If I don't warm up soon.
I'll make water if I didn't leave myself some water previous. Yeah, I could find a bedroll on the way. It's not impossible, but it's a big risk, because if it doesn't work, I'm wasting a lot of time, energy, and resources to get somewhere that I have to back out from. It would be as if I turned back from Ash Canyon without getting the backpack after taking that disastrous encounter. There we go, nice and warm, Shepherd. Hey, I even left myself a cooking pot here. Will I take it with me? I don't know, I've already got a lot of cans here, and if I bring the pot back to Pleasant Valley, I'll have a lot of pots set up in a very good pot-holding place. Although I've already got two, they're kind of heavy, difficult choices. Anyway, I think I will take this marine flare, because I already used up this marine flare. If you want to get rid of an item like that, you can throw it into an inventory and it will disappear because it's used up. If it can't be salvaged, it'll just disappear on you. Oh, no need to make water. Past Jake made loads of water for present Jake. No, I should have said past Jake made loads of water for current Jake. What a present. Alright, what do? I eat, I drink, and I sleep, and then I still keep moving. I want to make my way over to Pleasant Valley rather than spend the night here, because this is a very grim place to spend the night. You can die in your sleep. Right now it feels like +10, which is good, but what I'm going to do is chow down on a couple of those delicious cattails, and then get moving. Will I take the pot? Tell you what, I got a lot of sticks. I don't need that many sticks. How many do I have here? 20. Have some more sticks. That'll lighten my load a wee touch. Let's make sure that we are drying out our saplings wherever possible. And then let's take a 2-hour nap. There's a few strategic pre-made beds on the way. Yeah, I don't trust doing that journey, not in these difficulty settings. 50,000 hours in, I'm still baffled by the fact that this turns out to be a Jake game. Why? I have a strong affinity to the cold. Oh my lord, you don't waste conditions like this for traveling. The only thing that would make me change my mind is if there was a wolf.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And I could take that wolf and catch a deer with it, but no. What's the way out? I think it's along here. Alright, we're only a little bit overweight. Our fatigue is doing okay. We should have plenty of time to make our way into Pleasant Valley. Hopefully, if it's still early enough, I want to hit up the crashed airplane in Pleasant Valley. I have no problem even making a fire in one of the crashed bits of plane, so that I can warm up as I go along. I don't need many clothes, but if I find something to the tune of... Oh my days, maybe I should catch some rabbits while I'm here. No, there will be rabbits elsewhere. I could do without the drawn aggro. Be free, my bunny friends. Leave it to the comment section to debate about what the bunnies are sustaining themselves on around here. I myself will sustain on some of that delicious birch bark. Yoink. Yeah, grab a stick as well. As long as I'm not 5 kilos overweight, I'll generally be okay for moving. Now, what's the way out of here? It's in that general direction. I do have maps in a sheer emergency, but I like to think that I can generally get by playing this game without maps these days. I used to use maps extensively, and I think that's great. Great for learning the layout. Otherwise, you're just blindly exploring. And that might be fun for discovering things on Pilgrim mode, but on Interloper and beyond, oh boy, you need that meta knowledge. Don't like games that involve meta, do I? Meta knowledge and meta progression in games tend to be a big turn off for me. Jake's getting soft, he's the new bunny lover.
This town feels like an empty pit.
I think I'm safe to say I am no bunny lover. Well, maybe not in every regard. I'll sink my teeth into them. I think this is the way out. Yeah, landing gear is the first thing you see when you come in, so that must be the way out. My sprains have all healed up, and I'm in no pain. Excellent. Alright, Shepherd's in the wind zone now. Gonna make our way over to Pleasant Valley. Gonna make my way over to another Prepper's Cache in Shepherd's Valley. Pleasant Valley. Possibly take a nap there, depends on the time and the conditions. And from there push on towards the farmhouse. I don't mind grabbing some extra sticks along the way, because as I just mused about, I'm keen on starting a fire in the crashed airplane. On easier difficulties, the crashed airplane can have airplane food. But airplane food does not exist on Interloper. Quite a few foodstuffs do not. The Go energy drink, the energy bars, peanut butter, MREs, meal ready to eat, I'm told. I got 1 stone too many, try and drop some weight, Shepherd. Stones are certainly plentiful, but I like to carry 3. 3 allows you to miss twice and still get yourself a bunny. Although really I should probably only be thinking about 2. I would drop myself down to 2 very comfortably, or maybe even 1, once I have the flare gun. And once I have flare gun and bow, definitely just 1. Maybe not even 1. 1 for the bunnies. I don't like wasting arrows on bunnies, because it ruins the condition of the arrows. Especially if you miss and a bunny is a small target. You one-shot them though, no matter where you hit a bunny, you'll one-shot them with an arrow. On the other hand, deer and wolves, you gotta hit them in the head to one-shot them, unless you get a lucky crit. But even so, they will bleed out, so as long as you can stalk them, you're fine. Same with bears, even bears will die to 1 arrow, just wait for them to bleed out. Not usually a good idea, better to just straight up kill your bear. I'm not very good at hunting. Okay, there we go, I was thinking the transition zone was taking forever there. That's why you can make fire-hardened arrows for small game, but why though? Why? I still don't understand why fire-hardened arrows are even a thing. A stone accomplishes the same thing. The only exception is if there's a group of ptarmigan and you want to hunt them. They won't flee if you shoot them with fire-hardened arrows for some bizarre reason. But if you throw a stone, you'll get one and the rest will flee. Not a big deal, I don't care much about ptarmigan. I also find them very hard to spot. They're tiny and white. They make a shrill noise, but I'm no experienced ptarmigan hunter. But for bunnies, even if you go like, oh, fire-hardened arrows are cheap, yes, but you still use up the condition of your bow to fire at bunnies. Just not worth it when a stone is incredibly free and freely available. Skill points, not an issue. Bow skill points are some of the most useless in the game, because if you just are good at firing a bow, you don't need the skill points. It does lower the condition loss, sure, but you're spending condition to get that. Being able to shoot while crouched is a more compelling argument. Can I get my way down here easily? I actually can't climb down due to my excessive amounts of goodies right now. Maybe I will climb down, just take a nice big gulp there, Shepherd. But I have to drop 3 kilos. I don't want to drop 3 kilos up here. I'm pretty sure I've made my way down here before. Pretty sure he says. Pretty sure he says. Is this where I feel true regret? Ah, we're good. We're good. We've never been better, even. Okay, maybe not. Leap of faith, Shep. Well, I kept the faith, did you? We've already been down here, but I can't help but feel I missed stuff in it, because it was very dark at the time. I think I've checked all this stuff. Maybe not checked it enough. Look at that firewood I missed. I swear sometimes there's something in that outhouse. Checked all this, checked all that. There's a point of disagreement down here with some cars and things. Corpses. And knowing my luck, those corpses will have matches. But I'm going to double down here and have a quick check. If nothing else, I could warm up a bit, but I really want to get moving. This is ideal conditions for continuing to move. Hand wraps. I must have left those behind. Empty lockers, empty lockers. I must have pry-barred them open already. Workbench. Okay, okay. So if I want to take a nap, or if I want an extra book, I wouldn't actually mind having an extra book because fire starting for me is difficult. Metal shelf, empty container. Yeah, there's never much inside this. But this is not the only prepper cache in Pleasant Valley, so we're going to try our luck at the next one. Ooh, but hang on. Do I dare to go there, or do I dare to go to the crashed plane first? Crash plane first, then if the weather turns. There's a cave there, which I could take shelter in. I believe it has a makeshift bed as well. And then failing all of that, I can still head over to the prepper cache. There's a memento hint at disagreement for a cache at the church. The Pleasant Valley, the Mountain Town Church. Right, I wanted to keep the high ground in case there were any wolves around here. I think I already checked this hunter blind and it had a thermos in it. If there's a wolf around here, I would not mind catching that deer. I know it's ideal travel time, but Shepherd is starving. And I'm in dire need of food. But I'm not seeing any wolves. Yeah, I don't think it's point of disagreement time. I really need to make my way towards forging, so that's my top priority right now. Day is late. I could actually run for a wee bit. Temperature is good, but my fatigue is also good. There are stims there on lower difficulty, yeah. Actually, I think when they were first added, the stims were still there on Interloper. I recall finding 3 stims inside that that piano. I don't know what's there on harder mode. Maybe still 1 stim. Because the note actually alludes to stims, so it would be unfair if there weren't still stims there. God, lovely conditions. Wish I had a mag lens. Then I could make a fire, although I wouldn't be able to take the fire with me. Not until I craft myself a torch like a barbarian. We are so short on torch making stuff. I even burned through an uncomfortably large amount of my cloth. But depending on what we find in the crashed airplane, there'll be a lot of clothes that I could make cloths out of. I think over this crest is where I find the downed airplane. Like I said, conditions are wonderful right now. Stands to reason, it's still early in the game. I think it's only day 12 or 13. Oh god, 15. I didn't sign up for that. It's going to get another 4 degrees colder in 5 days. The world gets gradually colder, 4 degrees every 10 days for 50 days. So you are heavily incentivized to get an additional 20 degrees of warmth from anything you can, so you can continue thriving. I don't tend to find wolves around here, so I don't think this will be a problem. I'll just take it from the top, work my way down. Maybe warm up in the cave or by starting a fire if need be. But around here, all these people's tragedy is our windfall because all of their suitcases are primed for taking. Oh wow, another! That is 3 thin wool sweaters. Some people can run... Oh right, I can get rid of my... bandana of shame. Leave it there. As a sign that I've been and gone. Yeah, some people can go a very long time in Interloper and still not find... Oh, okay, I take it all back. This is even better. Hockey jersey. It's a bit heavier, but... Okay, wow, that is pretty damn good. Corpses as well. Some people can go very long explorations on Interloper and not find 2 thin wool sweaters. And what did I do? I went and found 3. I already checked that suitcase. Yeah, I left behind my bandana of shame next to it. It's getting a bit cloudier, getting a bit darker, getting a wee bit colder, but we'll be alright. Especially when we're out of the wind, when we're covered by parts of the plane. I think this is some people's nightmare, plane crashes. Well, I wouldn't say I love flying, the whole experience is a bit grim. I think the correct thing to do is to take stuff out, and if it's garbage, and a lot of it will be garbage, just drop it. It's a great way to know that I have already been and seen this. However, if I leave it inside the container, when they spoil, I think they'll disappear. I'm not sure, actually. Do expired clothes disappear inside containers? You'd think they wouldn't, because they're harvestable. Well, whether they expire inside the container or not really doesn't make a difference. Check all the overhead lockers. This must have been one of those very rare, not jam-packed flights. Crows are a sure sign that I'm going to find some corpses here. Corpses can have a variety of goods on them, but generally the most important one is matches. Sometimes you can find wool wraps, ear wool wraps on them, which is a nice little temperature boost, and it doesn't occupy one of your normal clothing slots. Right, that is absolutely just getting ditched here. I'm not going to ditch my thin wool sweaters, those things are amazing. I want to try and keep them just in case I ruin one of them. They're ruined and harvestable, well, how about that? Anything else for me around here? Seeing a whole lot of... not really. Don't mind me. I need to start collecting the Summit sodas rather than drinking them all on site. Largely because... okay, I'm going to start a fire like around here, somewhere ridiculous. I don't want to burn myself on this thing. Alright, how about there? Wood matches, cattail, no accelerant, just use a stick rather than a... Oh, actually, I forgot this is costing me matches. I should have used a book to try and save the match. I also need to not step in this fire. I might have left it a little too close to the side. Come on, Shepherd's surely not going to burn her leg on this. Hey, success.
Perfect. Good.
Didn't want to cool down around here. Got a whole bunch of sticks, so let's just throw a ton of them on. And a fire starting novice. That sounds like me, kind of. We'll make ourselves a small amount of water. In fact, hadn't I discovered that I was out of water? No, I seem to have fixed that. Can I walk over this fire? Seems so. It's just there to keep me warmed up whilst I explore around here. Oh, baby! That's a find and a half. I was just talking about this. It's 90% frozen, apparently. But I am going to drop it right next to you to thaw out. Alright, it's in terrible condition, but we are going to fix that as soon as we can. Excellent find. That's what I'm talking about. So it's a piece of clothing with not terrible warmth. It's not great, but it doesn't occupy a clothing slot. It occupies a miscellaneous slot, which is totally different. Is there anything more along here? Apparently so.
I can't feel my feet.
I know you can't feel your feet, Shepherd. Neither can I. Might be a bit of birch bark over here. Might be well worth having a wee gander for it. There are sticks. But I don't spy birch bark, so let's not go over there too much. There's a bunch of stuff that could be here, but I can't spend time to thoroughly search all over the place. Well, maybe I can check out this ruin over here. If I stop back at my fire, the fire is sheltered, so no matter what kind of storm hits me, it'll be fine. Hello, dead body. Have you got any goodies for me? You absolutely don't. You don't even have crow feathers around you. Oh, tell a lie. Tell an even bigger lie. Yeah, I gotta defrost that corpse. Could be my dinner later on. Shepherd's extremely hungry. Alright, there's other stuff to check around here, but I don't want to take cold damage. But there is another ruin over there. Conditions are fine. Let's go and check out Skeeter's Ridge. What a name, though. Oh, I take it back. God, that wolf spotted me from a mile away. Can I actually get over this without burning myself? Yeah, there we go. Whew. Just in time for these to burn and for us to warm up big time. Good, good. Well, it's not good that I'm not finding anything, but not unexpected either. And perhaps I could cook up some... Not in dire need of herbal tea, actually. I would, truth be told, far rather have some birch bark. I could prepare a couple of bits of birch bark, so I will. This fire's going to last me a good bit and warm me up, and it's no longer amazing conditions out there. It's still good, though, but let's prepare ourselves a couple of bits of birch bark. Believe it or not, I'm not even that interested in birch bark for the healing properties, although they are good. The birch bark is great for its warming up properties. It's a renewable source of tea. Rose hips and reishi mushrooms, not so renewable. Once you pick them all, they're gone. I forget if either can show up on beachcombing. I don't think so. Even though I actually went through all the beachcombing things by doing a ton of beachcombing, categorizing them all and seeing what can be grabbed, and I still managed to forget everything that I
This stuff will come in handy.
made a note of. Alright, alright. Where we check the bottom, check between the seats as well. Sometimes there's something there. This doesn't seem to be one of those times. One of the things I really like about this game is just scuttering around like a wee rat, trying to find every little thing you can. Alright, there we go. Birch bark tea's coming along nicely. I think I've got enough time in me for another dose of water, but Shepherd is getting increasingly tired, so once this water is done, it's time for me to get moving. Was there something I wanted to do while I was here? This raggedy old ear wrap is in dire need of being fixed, actually. But if I'm waiting half an hour on you, what can I do? I didn't find either of these cups of coffee, did I? Just in case there's cooking experience to be had out of them. Alright, it'll be time to get moving real soon. As for the cuppas that I have, keep them in the old thermos just in case. How long would it take to try and fix you? Half an hour. I'm not spending half an hour on that. Not currently, at least. These are finite, these wool wraps. Once they're gone, and there's no way to repair completely spoilt clothing. So, in a way, this is a highly valued collectible. You only really need one. I think the ideal endgame setup is one of those wool wraps and one moose hide satchel, which will require killing a moose, and mooses do not bleed out, so you can't just one and done them. Alright, I'll get my water, I'll get my lovely hot cups of coffee. I'll leave behind the sweatshirt, I don't need that, I don't want that. And then we're making our way over for the cache. Cache lavash. Does the bear bleed out? Yes. One shot is all you need to kill a bear. It can take quite a long time though, and it'll be running around the whole time, so be prepared to chase it. Better just to kill it in one shot. Shot to the head. Well, critical shot to the head, and down it goes. But better to just do it such that you don't aggro the bear. Could do without a bear charging me. Is that just lighting, or is it getting Aurora-y out there? I could do without an Aurora, thanks. Alright, Shepherd is actively starving as usual, but that's okay. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me a torch. Oh, whoops, we're not allowed torches. What a damn shame. Take the ear wrap, leave behind the sweatshirt. I am overweight considerably, so I'm going to drink my weight in water. If I do need to warm up, then I have my thermos birch bark tea. Otherwise, let's get moving. How did I miss this suitcase? Got another hockey jersey in it. Cribbins, that's a find and a half. Glad I took the extra flare. I may or may not need it. There is an option to sleep right here. There's a cave right over in that direction, but I want to make my way over to the prepper cache. And conditions are actually quite good. I'm almost warm. It's getting darker and hard to see. I feel like we've seen this episode before, but otherwise conditions are fine, so let's get moving. Can you wear 2 hockey jerseys, or is it a single layer item? Can't remember. I can wear 2, but I think the thin wool sweater has a strong case for being better than the hockey shirt. We will check it out. Maybe inside the shelter. Yeah, I'll be warm inside the shelter. Going to the prepper's cache, but which way do I want to take it? I think I'll take it this way. It's easier to recognize its position from the cave down here. Now, I'm not very familiar with prepper cache locations. They were added quite recently. They were added after I learnt the maps. And to say that I've learnt the maps is a tall order. I'm very bad at orienteering, and I'm very bad at remembering. Not a great combination. For a hard loot setting run, you've had great success on clothing, not to mention matches. It's suspiciously good, isn't it? I almost think I'm doing some jiggery pokery with the game. But I am not. I did set this up to have a hard time. Sometimes my luck just cannot be contained. Right, this looks right. I think that's the cave over there. Have I checked that cave already? I think I have. Yeah, I was chased in there by a wolf, as I recall. So I want to head up over here. It is possible, Theron. You know, if this game were a bit more moddable, we could poke around and see. But it is set to interloper settings, so all we really have to trust is the game. To put it another way, I can't set it any lower. Would if I could. One thing I actually wanted to change up for the game was changing it so that when you collect matches, you only find about 3 matches, or a random amount between 1 and 3 matches in a box. But if I was playing with that, I'd play with that. I'd play probably without the pooling of torches, and then I wouldn't make anything else harder. Because there comes a time when you're just stacking too much onto a game. I'm not here to prove something, I'm just here to have a good time. And I need things to be a bit harder than Interloper to have a good time in this now. Alright, there we go. Easy find. Alright, how are we in here? We are not good. Wait, we are good! It would say abandoned if it were bad. It looks bad. It looks bad because I can't see a diddly thing, can I? Alright, let's fumble our way around for some goodies. Let's get ourselves some tinder.
I can use this.
We didn't have enough matches, you see. Oh my god. Oh boy, okay. Things are getting spicy for us now. Grab that, immediately completely fill up my storm lantern. I don't think I can cancel out of that and partially fill. Oh, I can. Oh boy, things are just getting better and better. Okay, so this is why you check prepper caches. Look at this stuff. Holy moly. But I don't know where to begin, but I guess with everything, please. Cured leather, give. Simple tools I'll leave behind.
This will come in handy.
Replacement marine flare. I guess I'll leave this in a prominent location. Okay, we are emptying and cleaning. The only downside, I suppose, is that we can't truly have everything. Some of this stuff needs to be kept for the future cooking that we need to do. Oh, my days. Granola... no. Granola bar, granola bar, granola bar. I did not want those tools. Ditch the tools. Getting fuel, that was the big find there. Holy moly, we've been so short on fuel this whole run. Another cooking pot. Good coffee. There's never anything of these bleeding greats, is there? Fire logs, which I'm not keen on taking. I've never been the world's biggest fan of fire logs. They're very heavy. They don't tend to give you anything for what they offer you. Cloth, leather, sewing kit. I don't care for spray cans. Give me the soup, give me the soup, give me the soup, give me the crackers, absolutely. You know what, maybe give me that so I can just leave it out somewhere for others to see. Yeah, why did this prepper not make it? Antiseptic, I often say I don't like carrying with me, so I'll leave that. I don't need the water. Take those water purification tablets, could be useful. If nothing else, they're very light. Oh god. Because we needed more matches. Oh, Jesus, okay. Normally, in these kind of runs, you are struggling on the matches. You find 12 and you quickly run out of them. And you're like, oh god, where will I get more? But anything but here.
Take it.
Oh, wool socks. Wool socks are the best socks you can find on Interloper. Granola, coffee, pistol. Jeez, oh man, okay. This run's really getting some legs. Alright. Yeah, stacked is the word here. I want to put out this torch as soon as possible, not to waste this precious fuel. Despite finding a jerry can of it, it's still precious. Hang on, there was another grate over here. Anything in that grate? No. Anything else under the bed? Maybe under this cloth, but I think that's as good as one can do around here. Quick search. Like I said, I'm leaving those fire logs. They're way too heavy to justify their existence. I'm going to tear apart this for even more cloth. It's too dark to do repairs, but I will certainly sleep until first light and then do a monstrous amount of repairs and similar. Food situation does leave a bit to be desired, but I might just eat some dog food. Nobody wanted dog food in their menus. There's not a lot else I can do right now. Alright, maybe have the 34% stuff and the bigger stuff. I've never gone to one of these that was full. Wow, they're too much. Pretty damn good. They're actually what I was hoping for. Okay, good, didn't make me sick. I don't remember the percentage at which dog food can make you sick. I think it's under 25, so I'm not chancing myself with the 14% condition one. Tinned food should be fine, even if it is dog food. Yeah, there we go. So our belly is relatively full. We're going to drink up, sleep up, and have a lot to do at first light. I want to repair some of these goods. I want to triage my items. I am way overweight, but I still want to drag things down to the farmhouse. This was a great find. So we're sleeping for 8 hours. Good, I'm full on water. 8 hours. 8 hours is the longest you can sleep before getting dehydrated on these settings. On Interloper, you can actually do 10. And the longer you sleep, the more condition you get back per hour. So it starts at 1% per hour, then it goes up and up and up some more. You've got loads of antibiotics, go for it. Yeah, but no.
Anything.
I'm sure you would, Shepherd, you're an animal. Okay, hopefully it's been warm enough here to defrost my my ear things. It is, okay, great. And it's technically light outside, so what I can do is spend quite a bit of well, actually I should check the conditions before I consider doing things here. If the conditions are amazing, I might want to make my way straight down to the farmhouse, but more than likely... Okay, I will concede these are excellent conditions, but I still don't want to go down there. I want to pass some time until midday, because travelling in the morning is just asking for bad things to happen. It's very cold, after all. Right, for one thing, I can finally have some torches. And I can use my quality tools to make them faster, and I can make a bunch of them. So hell yes.
My life.
Shepherd will complain about hunger, but I won't be complaining because, oh my days, the ability to have torches. Good, good. I think I'll have 4 torches, please, Shepherd. Because I had 3 and I burned through those pretty quickly. And I'll keep the jerry can on me. Do not ever fully empty your jerry can, because Shepherd, in her infinite wisdom, just tosses away the jerry can and you never get it back. No, I'm better having the raw ingredients for you. Rose hips are better prepared, but do you need rose hips prepared or not for the cooking? I can't remember. I don't think I have anything that needs rose hips yet. There's rosehip pie, and it wants them raw, not prepared. Okay, better to keep that in mind then. Now for the clothes. We got a lot of cloth. What do we or should we repair? I'm fine enough with both of my scarves. I'm going to ditch this baseball cap. In fact, I might as well just harvest it for its limited cloth. And so, hockey jersey versus thin wool sweater. Same maximum temperature bonus, Hockey jersey offers a lot more windproofness. However, it doesn't give it because it has a ski jacket on top of it. So actually, it's better to wear the lighter thin wool sweater. Unthinkable, is it not? Sorry, hockey jerseys. I'm not going to spend a half hour harvesting one bit of cloth out of you. I'm just going to drop both of you on the ground here. I'm going to keep one of these thin wool sweaters and bring it back to the farmhouse, though. I want to preserve it if I can. These gloves I could actually repair using that cured leather, and these are still the best gloves I have. Almost unthinkable, but I'm still going to do it. Hopefully I don't fail. Which of my many sewing kits will I use? Yeah, okay, well we immediately failed, but we got another chance because we had some spare cured leather. And good, 3 times that I tried, but I finally managed to fix a little bit of my gloves. Now, excellent find are these wool socks. They might be raggedy, but they're still there. I know. And I'm going to take my crappy socks and just harvest them for cloth. Yeah, I'm going to be down here for a wee while. A wee while enough to feed Shepherd? Yeah, because I'm not going to be burning calories. So, Shepherd, scarf down, another couple of cattail stalks. Are you taking suggestions to the meal? There are still, I think, a couple of regions without meals. So if you craft a meal for me, I will put it in. Almost no questions asked, but it needs to be a sensible meal. And the goods have to be available on Interloper, so no peanut butter and airline food sandwich, please. Right, what was I doing? I believe I was tearing apart my old socks in a fit of rage. Only takes 10 minutes to tear them into cloth. That's something you can do in the early game in a desperate situation, is tear your socks apart and then turn them into something else like a... Hang on, do I have spare wool socks? That's mad. You can tear them apart and make them into bandages if you desperately need bandages for a sprain or worse still bleeding. Or you can make them into an improvised head wrap if you're risking frostbite. Yeah, I guess I got some spare wool socks. Wouldn't be bad to preserve those in case I destroy one of my wool socks.
I'm gonna need to eat.
Where do I send it? You just send it directly to me. Do it in a Twitch whisper, perhaps? You have options. I also have options. I'm still going to spend some time here fixing up my clothes, even though being indoors runs the risk of cabin fever. The conditions are too good not to. Look at that. You do a massive amount of repair on the ear flaps. And just like that, they are as good as new and providing me with a whole degree of warmth. They even give a little bit of windproofness, believe it or not. It's a bit of a shame keeping them on the outside, though. They spoil really fast like that, but I'll make do. These old jeans should probably just go, but I'm not going to spend 30 minutes harvesting them. I think I'll just drop them here, because I am short on carry capacity. Definitely going to fix up my ragged thermal undies. Definitely going to fix up my raggedy thermal undies. Pick up the recipe, please. Alright, alright. You spy a recipe? There's a recipe. The prepper pie! Dense, made of foraged vegetables, rough around the edges. Well, it's mine now. Take my opportunity to double check that I didn't miss anything. No, good. Continuing to make hay while the proverbial sun shines here. Don't want to eat that dog food or those sardines. I think I'll keep those for future future endeavors, or maybe for cooking level 5. Alright, this is such a nice boost for my temperature, if truly nothing else. Need to fix these wool socks, but I also need to fix these raggedy thermal undies. Decent way to build up my mending experience as well. And I've been spending a lot of time outside, so I don't think Shepherd's going to be too cabin feverish. There we go, fixing up the raggedy wool socks. Takes a surprising amount of time, but gives a really good amount of condition back to them. There we go, 80%, and let's get you up there as well. Shepherd's really moaning about the hunger, but I don't really have much to feed her. Here, have my final cattail stock, Shepherd. The rest of the stuff I need to keep for the meals. Food is going to be pretty much a non-issue as soon as I get the bow. But until I get the bow, I'm still at the mercy of what I salvage. I'm going to bring one of these pry bars back to the homestead. Why do I have so many tin cans? Oh yeah, the dog food. Okay, okay. Would love to level up mending. It's probably the hardest skill to level up in the game. It's so slow to level up, and it needs a ridiculous amount of leveling up. There's my mending skill. Still not gotten one additional level in this. Barely done any carcass harvesting, and that's head and shoulders beyond. Shells are good. I don't want to waste fixing a wool scarf. I still have some cured leather for you. I might actually fix those work gloves, actually. Nah, they're fine as they are. I'll keep that leather just in case I need to fix some horrifically busted up shoes, for example. Alright, this is more than okay. This is not half bad. Look at that. I've already lost 2 condition on the ear wrap. I had 100%, right? You know what? The ear wraps are going on the inside, just to try and preserve them. This thing runs out of condition incredibly fast, which is probably why it repairs so incredibly fast. Okay, I'm still almost 10 kilos overweight, but I do want to haul a lot of stuff down to the farmhouse. Besides, if I had the moose hide satchel or well fed, this would be a non-issue. And I'm going to drop a lot of things there. I forgot to dry out my saplings. Damn, I lost like over 12 hours of sapling drying out there. Probably something I'm going to forget a lot of. Okay, well, I'm warm, I'm starving, but let's get moving. Yeah, I forgot to drop my sticks, Abaddon. It's easy to forget. Alright, it's not exactly clear, but it's still fine. Just need to head in this general direction, I think. Oh boy, really feeling how slow I am, huh?
I'm so hungry.
I should have slept before this journey. Yeah, definitely should have slept before this journey, but oh well. You know what I have now? It's not those. It's not that either. Torches. I can finally fend off the wolves. I probably should have put torches in my list of items in the top left. But I think people would then just be constantly asking, why are torches on your vital things? Why is a torch next to a bow? I think I would rather have a torch than a bow on this run. Torch lights the darkness, torch spooks the wolves, torch allows me to make fires without wasting additional matches. Torch is good. Hope I'm going the right way here. But yeah, I should be. This is generally heading south-ish. You sent through the meal, and I see it. Thank you, Cool X. You should... Why do people keep saying do some fishing? You need to sit in the bollocking cold for ages to do some fishing, and you can go 8 hours and still not catch anything. So that's 8 hours of having to heat yourself. You need dry gut to make a fishing lure, and the lure very easily snaps at low-level fishing. You aren't cold now in those huts. I think I am. Look at that, I'm still -9 with no wind here. Does this seem right? Does seem right. Yeah, this is this is kind of a river that goes around the place I'm going to, but I'm concerned at how slow I am. I'll be less concerned if I have some additional cattails, though. That's nice. Shepherd's already shivering. It's not a good sign. Yeah, I recall this route. There's a small bit of birch bark over there. There was a wolf when I was there last. Set up tip-ups to fish while you sleep. That I've never tried. Never tried the tip-ups. Those were added after I'd stopped playing this game. But just in general, no, I'm not interested in fishing. I see fishing as a late-game answer. Or a late mid-game answer. Huh, this rock's bigger than I thought. There's no wolf over there, so that makes my life a bit easier. Where's the music? I haven't done music for a while. This game likes to give you periods of silence, but silence makes me nervous when I'm streaming. I always like to have some background music. If I press play, though, I better start playing my OpenTTD playlist. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, I'm not that desperate. Set up an OpenTTD map. I tried to make one of Europe, but you can't mod graphics. You can't mod industry packs in it, so I broke the map. So I grabbed a UK map. Had to manually place down the cities, and I've been connecting those up in my spare time. Because, yeah, still play games in my spare time, even though I stream for a living. Just love games too much to stop. Boy, I could run, but if Shepard gets any more tired, it's just going to be even worse for carrying these goods around. And being down in the water here is a really grim situation for being caught by wolves. Boy, I need to pick up the pace, Shepard. Yeah, no, the gaming authorities would be all over me, young. How did your dancing session go on, by the way? I tapped out after only, I don't know, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. Surely there was a lot more fuel left in the engine. Or did it start backfiring? Real good, I'm glad to hear it. Explains why I came over to my desk this morning and found energy drink puberty written down there. I had to take a moment and think, what the... Is this for Long Dark? It was not for Long Dark. An hour and a half? Oh, well, time flies when you have fun. I can see a kind of makeshift fence over there. Good sign that I'm making my way towards the farmstead. That's where I want to be. Yeah, it's just off this road over here. And this is good, don't worry. I know I'm going agonizingly slowly and hauling a lot of things, but that will change because I'm going to be ditching a lot of my stuff over here. I want to pick up the pace a wee bit, though. This is ridiculously slow. Also, I'm about to take cold damage. I'm giving out cold it is. And I don't want to stop and make a fire, that's for sure. Of course, if I need a fire, I've got torches.
I just want to lay down for a bit.
I think I can handle a little bit of cold damage heading over there. It's not so much that I can't sleep it off through the night. Scottish Ranger. Are you a Ranger of Scotland, or do you really like the football team? Note tip button. No, there's various ways to contribute, but I don't like to front face it like that. It's not what I'm about. Alright, as we can see by the silo, we've got our target in sight, so I don't mind putting the metal down to get over there faster. If memory serves, I already harvested the corpse next to here, so Shepard is going to continue to be having food problems, and I've already eaten my way through my cattails. But this is good progress, so I'm sure we can squeeze some calories out of something we have. And then continue our journey onwards, because the next destination is... Where's the next destination? Mystery Lake. Get myself the mag lens. Maybe get myself the bedroll. I really want a bedroll. The fact that we've gone over 2 weeks and not found a bedroll is almost catastrophic. So I guess it's not that bad. It's like opposite Ultraloper here. Park Ranger at Strathclyde. Oh, very nice. I'll be back in Scotland in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'll be there next month. 3 weeks sounds about right. It's been a while. Looking forward to seeing how great my country has become in my absence. It's been about a decade, huh? Okay, sweet. The deer hide is cured, although one won't be enough for what we want. Let's deposit our wee saplings, and let's... And this isn't even all my matches. This is obscene, right? No, nobody should have this many matches. But I do have this many matches. So what are we to do about that? Right, well, certainly deposit a whole bunch of them here. This is going to be a bit of a hub for the area, so I don't mind leaving behind... Matches are pretty light, but at this rate I am going to be weighed down by the sheer number of matches I have, and I'm going to be finding more. So why don't we leave behind 60 matches? Is that 60? 12, 12, 11, 12, 12. Alright, so we can make our note here for farmhouse. It's not many matches, it's 59 matches. Jug of maple syrup, which I absolutely need to keep here. What do I keep in the fridge? Books. Of course I keep books in the fridge. But I don't think I have any additional books here. There's my skillet, and I like to only carry one cooking pot on my travels, so let's leave a couple of those. Couple more tinnies back here. Somebody on YouTube had a severe issue with me calling them tinnies. Tinny is what you'd call a drink back home. Like, you want some Guinness? I'll have a tinny. He called it very gay, and he might not be wrong. His old driving gloves should just be torn apart for their leather, but there's no real demand for that at the moment. Right. Time for the severe triage. I know you're hungry, Shepherd. Me too. Can't really get you much, though. Do we have any granola bars that aren't going to kill you? Here's one. But I need to keep granola bars. A lot of people want bars for their meals. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave these lying around here. So. There's a granola bar. There's a granola bar. There's a granola bar.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
You're starting to seem a little bit too into it, Shepherd. Alright, I might keep the other one for myself. I am in dire need of calories. I know somebody wanted some salty crackers for their meal. Somebody wanted bruschetta, so I better leave that. I like to travel with one on me. Oh god, no, don't eat that. No!
It hurts.
That was not what I intended to do. Not at all. Okay, well that's a mistake and a half. I meant to place it, but accidentally clicked eat the damn thing. Alright, Shepherd, eat your antibiotics. And I think on top of that you need to sleep it off because it's still going to weaken. God, I need to sleep for 10 hours after that little mistake. Bummer. Still going to need calories on top of that though. Well, I'm not going to get more food poisoning on top of that, so I guess I'm going to eat this nasty old dog food. May as well, yeah, exactly. May as well finish it. I was keeping that for somebody's food, maybe their bruschetta. But yeah, your condition absolutely... Oh god. I said you don't get more food poisoning, was I wrong?
What a way to die.
Okay, well apparently it has been treated. Okay, Shepherd, we're gonna drink and sleep. What a mistake. But I'm leaving some of my stuff to cure, so that's okay. Yikes. I was hoping to use this evening to do some more triaging and taking care of my goods, but now Shepherd needs to sleep this food poisoning off. What a misclick. Too fast on the fingers going through the radials there. Shame on me. I'm not even going to get health back from sleeping here. That really sucks. But, let's go for it. Let's sleep ourselves 7 hours first and then another. Oh, why was my health going down? Yeah, I dropped my sticks. Oh god, why? Uh-oh. Was it because I needed to take more antibiotics?
I think I'm gonna die.
Maybe. Oh, I don't think it had the wee tick under it, did it? No, I needed to take more antibiotics after getting the other dosage. That just cost me an unbelievable amount of condition. Wow, crazy. Okay, well, let's cope with the situation, shall we? It was brightened up, so I thought I'd already taken it. I didn't notice the lack of the little tick underneath. All right. Still have food poisoning? Wait, I need to do another? Right, that. I thought it passes on its own, though.
Anything right now.
Right, Shepherd is in dire straits right now. Really dire. What am I to do? Guess I'll eat the rest of this other granola bar. This is costing me, and it's going to give me additional cabin fever. All bad things. Let's get another 5-hour nap in, I guess. Good thing you did not sleep for 8 hours straight. Yeah, I decided to chop it up a bit. Alright, there we go. Food poisoning has passed, but my condition is rancid, and I've just caused myself even more issues with calories. Now when Shepherd takes damage, I really can't afford any damage. But I got no calories, and I got no good ways of getting calories. Not currently. Well, it's not that I have no calories, but I need these calories for my for my cooking down the line. I guess I'm going to need to eat something like some of these potatoes then. So either way, this stove needs to go on. I need some calories to keep me going here. Eat your last cattail stock shepherd. Right, definitely caused myself some issues here, but that's surely okay. Let's light a torch. Light the fire. Just use a stick. We're in a controlled environment here, shepherd. Always light the torch, then the fire. And that way, if you fail, you don't waste the match.
Come on, little fire. Wait, that didn't work.
Yeah, evidently. Prepper's pie. I don't have the cooking skill to be making fancy pies right now. Oh, boy. That's the second big mistake I've made on this run. First one being getting myself mauled by a wolf, and that was a mistake. I was talking about how I should be taking measures against the obvious nearby wolf, and I didn't take those measures. Alright, save the torches. They're very important for the run. Throw on a bit of cedar and a bunch of sticks. Maybe some fur as well. Fur's really heavy. Drop down our firewood. I don't really like carrying it. It's so incredibly heavy. And let's see. Skillet, please cook up this tatty. Cooking pot, please cook the other potato. Can we do a potato in a pot? Looks like we can. Why would we not? And the other things... we're going to cook up our tomato soups right now. No, there's no way to get rid of the reminders, Tamago. You will get your dopamine boost. Alright. I have done quite a bit of outdoor traveling, so I shouldn't be too at risk of cabin fever, but cabin fever would cripple me right now. Because no bedroll, I can't rest outside anyway, so I just need to spend time outside. But being outside means being cold. You can see how this is becoming a bigger and bigger issue. That condition was very important to me. I'm not kidding. You lose condition very quickly. I'm going to cook up the other pinnacle peaches. I think you need them raw for some of the meals. So just keep these pinnacle peaches here for future needs. Let those saplings dry out. Glad the birch is coming along well. Tatties. Should I be making water? I should definitely be making water while the going is good. Make water. I think one of these coffees was found, so heating it up will give me a touch of experience. I want to save this Summit Soda for someone's meal later on. Tatty's coming along. I just desperately need the calories, so I'm willing to eat someone else's potato at this point. Alright. You're done. Do you miss the scene steam streak? Oh god, no. Alright, there we go. I may well be enjoying some of this tomato soup myself. In fact, I think I'll have some right about now. Hey, can you keep tomato soup in your thermos? Hadn't considered that. Where's my thermos at? Well, I'll be. Hey, look at all that. All that lovely warm tomato. Oh, you can only carry 3 bits of tomato soup in it. Oh, there you go. Coffee. Get those tatties and water ready. I don't have a lot of water here. It looks like I don't have any real water here. I got these. But then I need to think very carefully about what I do. If I step outside, it's sudden death for me. I'd be killed by a wolf. I think I still need to travel, though, especially if it's good conditions today. Herbal tea. Right, herbal tea will forgive my... Yeah, herbal tea will forgive my misgivings. However, before that, I need to take a little water break myself. I will be back momentarily. Yes, momentarily. Alright, there we go. Don't think I explained food poisoning there, right? So food poisoning just cripples your condition constantly unless you are sleeping it off after having treated it. But it'll only bring your condition down to 15, so we can actually check how much damage it did to us. Somewhere, if I can remember. Ah, here we go. We went from 94% condition down to 15. Wow. That was crippling. Far more crippling than... Okay. Almost as crippling as the attack from the wolf. We went down to 3% condition when we tried and failed to make our way through Trash Canyon. Anyway, I think I do want to take these with me. But maybe I will not. I don't know. I will. I'll actually take them to Pleasant Valley, which is my next destination after this. Well, at least that's the plan. Wolves are attacking, my liege. Should really go and get some more birch bark for birch bark healing. I got 2 of them right here. But yeah, I think I will be taking a quick nap after this just to max out my fatigue, and then I'll be making a journey south. The southern journey is to get to the lookout tower. Might be more goodies over there. Yeah, I'm in dire need of calories, so these cooked potatoes have got to go down the hatch. I'm sure there'll be more potatoes down the line. And then we also need to cook up some... Oh, I don't have the water for more cooking now, do I? Can change that. Herbal tea and herbal tea for much needed healing. Boiling dry, boiling dry, boiling dry. Maybe another herbal tea. It is good healing. Yeah, no more birch bark to enjoy, sadly. I'll be down in 15 minutes. I've got a lot more heat on the stove, so I'll probably make a whole bunch of water and then sleep things off and then get back to the fray. Peasant has gone bad. Oh, right, triaging my stuff. Can't forget that now, can I? Good to see the guts are nice and cured. There's a strong argument to take these with me over to Pleasant Valley. Too strong to pass up. I will be taking these. But what else can I reasonably get rid of? Nobody needs this many cattail stalks, so take a whole bunch of them, please. Got a whole bunch of meds that I don't need right now as well, he says, having desperately needed his. Leave behind these 2, leave behind these 12, and these 6. It's very common to find painkillers, so I'm not in a rush to be getting more. Nothing's boiling too much, are they? Give me that herbal tea, give me that herbal tea. It'll be boiled momentarily. And now we make a lot of water. So that when I come back here, especially when I need to be cooking later on, we'll have loads of water available. How much fuel do we have? We have 2 hours of fuel, so that's the full shebang of water out of you. Full shebang of water out of you. A small amount out of you, because I want to go to bed shortly after I do my triage. I like to keep all my goodies in a nice visible location. I don't like throwing things on the floor unless they're curing. Because it's much faster just to go blah 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 than dropping them.
Right now.
I'm underweight, which is good, but could I be better underweight? I'm going to leave behind the sweater. Fortunately, I didn't vomit all over my clothes to make them worse for wear. Come on, Shep, I know this is going to fit here. There we go. Any other clothes to leave behind? I love these old wool socks. But I'm sure they'll be fine there. Just got to try not to ruin my socks. As for food, delicious. Coffee weighs practically nothing. Good to keep it on you. But I'm still going to leave behind a bunch of coffee because coffee is needed in a lot of people's recipes. So I'll keep it there. And I probably want to eat this myself, huh? Probably. Dire need of calories. I don't need this many flares. So I guess I'll leave these next to my other sources of ignition. Flare's less valuable now that I actually have some torches to hand. Do not need all these pry bars. I'm going to leave behind one pry bar. There's a lot of different things to actually leave a note about having left behind here. Nobody needs this many recycled cans. I like 2 cans on me and 1 cooking pot on me when I travel. And I have exactly that. And now happily underweight. Let's also leave behind 1, 2, 3 sewing kits. At this rate, 3 additional sewing kits. I know, I'm leaving behind plenty, but needs must. Plus, if I ever come back here and I'm in a dire strait, I'll be very happy for all the resources that I have left myself. Boiled soon-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna put on a fair bit more fire here. Anything else to happily leave behind? Can't believe I'm still carrying a whetstone. It's a lot of feathers, but I may well need these feathers. Oh yeah, rose hips. This man does not need this many rose hips. I don't think rose hips expire. So I got no problem leaving rose hips in the freezer. I better make note of that. Remember, Jake, you left like 100 rose hips. They come up in 8s, right? So here's 88 rose hips. Alright, I'm gonna take my water. 25 minutes until boiled, but I wanted to leave 2 hours worth of stuff, didn't I? Yeah, but you'll just boil dry if I leave you like that. I'm gonna take this unsafe water actually and cook up 2 hours worth of water here. It shouldn't boil over, not with 20 minutes to go on the thing. As for that unsafe water, you know what I could do? I could actually just use my aqua puree. Treats a whole bunch of water. You ever look at Card Survivor? Nope. My stance on these card games, if it's not as good or better than Slay the Spire, I'm not interested. I've still got a bit of untreated water here. Treat it all. Go on, these aqua tablets are never used otherwise. Food poisoning destroyed me, Alan Oaks. Poor decisions were made by me. Alright, I'm gonna sleep this off. I had my herbal tea. You know what? I'm also gonna have a birch bark tea. I'm in dire need of this healing. The calories in the water will also help. I'm gonna sleep for 2 hours and then get moving. After leaving behind a few more goods. Well, I think it was I misclicked on some sardines that I was planning on leaving behind. Instead of right-clicking, I left-clicked them, started eating them, immediately got food poisoning, and that was bad news for me. Not really a card game, more of a survival. Okay, well, I haven't looked into it. And I can't really switch my frame of mind to start thinking and talking about it now. If you poke me about it later, I can look into it. Alright, looking good, looking good. Hey, you know, I could actually carry the fire with me. But I don't want to ruin... What's the conditions like outside? That'll answer a few questions for me. Hold the phone. Who in the world would be calling me? Hold the phone. Okay, that confused me. The extremely rare mid-stream phone call. My dentist confirming that... Are you going to be there tomorrow? Well, yes, that's when my appointment is. Okay, see you tomorrow. I guess I get a lot of last-minute cancellations. Right, it is snowing, but it's not that bad. How cold is it? It's not even that cold. Alright, alright. That being the case, I shall actually put on another couple of sticks here if I can. Oh, I can do exactly that. I'm going to warm up my birch bark tea. I guess I'll warm up my tomato soups and bring them with me, huh? In case I need another dose of warming up. Might leave one of these behind, just so I got more food available. I think I'll just check the VOD and update my list of items that I have rather than doing it on stream. Seems a bit laborious to do at the moment. But I absolutely want to leave behind a fat load of water because it weighs me down like crazy. And especially with all these teas on hand, I don't need anywhere near this much water with me. 2 liters should suffice for now. I got my 1 pot, 2 cans, that's fine for me. Alright, we're about to get going, but we're in danger zone, right? A single attack from a wolf could easily kill me. And if I do survive, I would have to use my stim to continue to be among the living. So. Right, tomato soup into my little insulated flask you go. It's weird surviving on so much tomato soup here. The birch bark tea I will just drink immediately. Need the calories, need the water. There's a lot Shepherd needs right now. So we are fully watered, we actually have calories, we're well rested. Alright, let's get going. So the lookout tower is over there, it doesn't look very far away, but we have got to take the route around the back. I might even spend the night there depending on how conditions go, which is all the more reason to run. After all, the more I sleep, the more I recover. And with herbal tea, we can offset some of the downsides of this murderous difficulty setting, which severely reduces the amount of healing that we can do. Don't need to go back into that wee barn over there, we've been there plenty of times. And due to actually having calories in our belly and all of our conditions filled, we will agonizingly slowly regain some condition even whilst we travel right now. Alright, not bad. See a little wolfie, raise it as a dog, winter is long. Yeah, I'd feel confident in my ability to raise a wolf like that. Then again, that might just be blind optimism. You know, they say you should never approach or feed wild animals. Something about they should be scared of humans. It's bad if they stop being afraid of us, because they'll come into settlements and cause mischief. But I think that's just straight up propaganda put out by people that want to steal all the dog pets for themselves. I'm going to go around and pet those animals, and they're stealing all the pettings. Well, I am not in the pocket of Big Peta. Then again, I did get told off once for feeding some horses in Sweden. They weren't wild horses, they were just there. And there was a sign that very obviously said, "Do not feed the horses," but I don't speak Swedish. I doubt they have wolves in Hungary. Be cool if they did, though. Anyway, I sincerely doubt that they're roaming wild down here at Balaton. Probably wouldn't be great for the tourist industry. And I really should not be travelling without a torch in hand. And at least with the mod I have, you don't misclick lighting it up with a match because it asks if you want to use the torch first. Although if you accidentally double click, then it will. And I've been known for double tapping these days. I don't even notice it, but I type something and I notice, oh, I double tap the P and the Q. Guess I'm getting jittery in my advanced age. My typing skills are going down the gutter, though. I'm surprisingly light. I knew I'd be lighter coming away from there, but this is a surprising lack of carry weight. And there goes my wrist, but that's not a big problem. As long as the legs are still functioning, we're okay. I'm trying to take a shortcut here, just to get up faster, although it's probably not working out so well for me. There's no need to take this shortcut. Could have just gone down and around. Oh, but there's I left my sticks behind, didn't I? Oh no! I needed those sticks. Oh boy, did I need those sticks. Am I going to go back for them? No way am I going back for those sticks. But I do need them. Alright, take these sticks then. Forgot my bleeding sticks, damn. I need the sticks for the bow. It's a long way to come back. Can't believe I forgot my sticks. Okay. Not just sticks, saplings.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Very vital. See, that food poisoning just threw me way off. Pretty sure this is where I met a bear. And the bear spazzed out big time because I lit a fire and it started running circles around me. It was terrifying. But we did survive the encounter. Okay. I could certainly afford heading back for my sticks, but maybe we'll just hold out and hope that we are able to find more sapling. And if not, well, we can always just come back here and grab it. This isn't miles away from various locations. But best case scenario is we just find another birch, not birch, what's the other one? There's birch sapling and some other kind of sapling. Maple sapling. Does anyone know where there's a maple sapling en route to Mystery Lake from here? Or in Mystery Lake, that would be fine as well. Just need another maple sapling or else I'm in trouble for making the bow. Big trouble. Also needs to dry out for a long time, but I only need one for now. Don't need to ask the world. Yeah, maple sapling. Where can I find one? They have set potential locations, but they don't always spawn, especially on Interloper. I think there's one next to the Trapper's Hut. Okay, that's good. It's definitely where I plan on setting up in Mystery Lake. We've already set up here at the farmhouse, but we're going to need multiple base locations, because we still have a lot of traveling that we need to do. What zone are you in? We are currently in Pleasant Valley, and we will be heading over to Mystery Lake real soon. I have been hopelessly lost here in a blizzard before. I was so close to this thing, but yeah, I couldn't see it for the blizzard, so I was trying to warm up next to these big stones. Alright, don't need this at the ready anymore. We're generally safe up here. And I'm pretty sure I've had a bear prowling right around this thing before. It's alright, my stones will keep it at bay, not my empty gun. Corpse? Ooh, tempting corpse no less. I could really do with some calories, and you do offer me calories. Not only that, guts and things. Bad place for the guts, truth be told. But I'll probably be coming back here anyway. And it's got good shelter. I don't need to unfreeze you, actually. Conditions are fine enough. Could I just drink one of my still hot tomato soups? I think I'll do exactly that. I'm going to get a bit of a temperature boost out of this thing. And then I'm going to just spend a little bit of time taking out your meat. Suddenly got a bit colder. How did that happen? Is the wind picking up? Alright, drop the meat so that Wolfiekins doesn't suddenly get some ideas. I want those guts. Not sure I can spare the time to get those guts, though. Let me get out of the wind. I think that's doing me in. Yeah, there we go. Get me out of that wind. Take a gut, see if we can get it. Go up the hill from the cave before you enter the back of the entrance of the dam. Should be one or two maples there. Thank you, that's good information. Am I willing to get another gut? Not really keen on taking more cold damage, but I'll take another gut. Hurry up, Shepherd. This is hurting me. This is hurting me quite a bit. Okay, that might not have been worth it. Give me that and let's get inside. Better at carcass harvesting, at least. There we go. Maybe I should have started a fire after all. Condition is my biggest problem right now.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Alright, alright. I'll be cooking those up. There should be a fire barrel just outside. If I warm up enough, I could even take the... Wait, I thought I took 2 guts. I must have dropped one of them, huh? Yeah, evidently. There's a fire barrel. So I'll be able to cook that up, no problem. I should have dropped those sticks and maybe remember to pick them up this time. Cured guts are fine. Let's have a wee look around first, warm up a bit, and then consider how we approach the next challenge. There's always one challenge to another around here.
This stuff will come in handy.
I'm just leaving that behind. It'll spoil in there, but I certainly don't need more of that. Ooh, more dog food. More opportunities to get sick. Couple near the plane crash. Yeah, I wasn't at liberty to explore too much around there at the time, but sure enough. Good coffee. Excellent. More tomato soup, more dangerous sardines. These ones are not so dangerous, actually. That's kind of nice. Take those back to Pleasant Valley, perhaps. A book that I don't need.
I'll take it.
Summit soda that I do need for my collection. Flare, always welcome. Regular flare, better than marine flare, unless you're fighting Timberwolves. Holy moly, even more coffee. Alright, I was... oh, and that's a good change of shoes for me. Yoink. I'm just going to leave these ones behind. Raggedy old, almost dead shoes. Alright, this is really loaded, actually. It's not normally this good up here. Even a sewing kit, but I don't need it. So I don't really want it. Car battery for fixing the antenna here. We won't do that until later. I didn't want to do it at all. However, some people have asked for canned corn and canned ham, so we're going to need to do the Tails, the void signal stuff in order to access those resources. Really wasn't keen on doing any of that stuff. The DLC things leave me with a bad taste in my mouth. Alright, so I don't need this bit of metal, so you just wait there. You get holstered. I can't afford to waste any of my oils here. Yeah, I'm going to cook up this food and just eat it tonight, I think. Enjoy this gamey venison. I'm not very tired, which is bothersome. Maybe I could pass the time somehow right now, but what would I do? Well, I'd do repairs if I had any repairs worth my time. The inner thermal underwear does make a compelling argument. Yeah, it's a little overkill on it, but it may still be worth my while. Alright, I'm going to grab that extra gut first, though. Don't want it not curing when it could be curing. There's always a healthy demand for more guts in this run. And yeah, there's the fire barrel. I'll be starting that fire post-haste. Run, Shepherd, run! Running burns your calories like crazy, so it's not an ideal thing to be doing, but needs must. There's also an idea to rip the skin off of the thing, but then I would have to defrost it. Although I am really short on deer leather. I need some more of it pretty badly. Alright, let's get this going while the going is potentially good. Strike that match. Head up that fire barrel.
Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna.
You're not going to be eating a tree, Shepherd. Quit your belly aching. I really gone and delayed getting myself the bow by missing out on that
Come on,
maple sapling. But if I can find one en route, it'll be okay. Because you need quite a bit of time at the forge anyway. Alright, there we go. How does it feel? Feels kind of cold.
Did I
Nothing
say
a single bit of coal and a few sticks won't solve. And there's some replacement burnables. Let the squelch of dropping the gut commence. Take the gamey venison. Check my water. And we'll be better than good to go. The main time thing is on making the big piece of venison, so let's cook up the big chunky piece. I usually have this done by Calorie most at the top, so in you go. The other piece just goes on flat like that. 14 minutes, 44 minutes. It's warm enough out here, and being outside gets rid of some of my nasty cabin fever. I need more improved rest. I'm going to want to drink the other herbal tea tonight. It is very tempting to rip the skin off of that beast, but it's going to be an hour to do by hacksaw. And it's very easy to freeze in that hour. Lack of birch tea also concerned, but there's more birch bark over in Mystery Lake. Just got to really focus on getting my health back big time. Yeah, condition looking low. There wasn't an encounter, or at least not that kind of encounter. I accidentally ate some rancid tinned fish, and the food poisoning that followed... well, that was the first accident. The second accident was, although I treated it, I thought, oh, well, you can't get multiple food poisoning, so I ate some more rotten food, but I didn't treat the second batch of rotten food. So, you know, bad situation begets more bad situations. Oh, there we go, give it half an hour and that'll be all good to go, and I might make a little bit more water. Sorely tempted actually to harvest that deer, just because I'm very much in a deficit of pelts right now. Only a small amount of any kind of pelts. I make a note of these right now. Coastal Highway has a rabbit pelt. Got 3 rabbit pelts at Draft Dodgers in Pleasant Valley. Oh, crumbs. Shouldn't I be picking that up along the way back? Yeah, I should. Well, that's okay. That's not a... Oh, I left a birch sapling in Draft Dodgers. Oh, man. I really wanted that. Oh, my days. Okay, well, can't... No, it's birch sapling. It's maple sapling that I need. Which means I should make a note that at the farmhouse, 2 times maple sapling, 2 times birch sapling. Is there 1 or 2 peas in sapling? There is 1 pea in sapling. There we go. Rancid fish, the Swedish delicacy. Done in by my nationality yet again. How can this be? You know, I could just carry the fire over to the corpse. Why didn't I think of that? I'm too much in the mind of I cannot pick up fire. But now that we've actually crafted some torches, I can just bring the fire over. Make a rather lackluster fire, just anything to take the chill off. And then we're good to go. Good. You know, I've got 15 minutes until that's done anyway, but I still think I'll hacksaw off the skin, just so I don't have to wait on it thawing out. Yeah, I can press X in the notepad. That's been fixed, though. That's still melting and waiting to boil away, huh? Head wrap, wound dressing, rose hips. I think I will prepare some of these rose hips. I have plenty for my future pies and the like. Also, strangely enough, it increases some of your skills doing that, if I recall. Unless that's changed. You have like a lesser known repair skill. Alright, venison, just chow the whole thing down, shepherd. Yum, 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 yum. It'll be boiled in now. And let's just take this fire over. Warmth. Wow, clear conditions. It's kind of a shame to be staying here for the night. But Shepherd gets very tired very easily, and I am in desperate need of extra condition gain. Feels like minus 12, huh? Wow, these crow feathers. They love me. And I'm going to be loving these crow feathers. Alright, here we go. Just get it started. I'll probably just fling 1 more bit of coal on it. Coal is not at a premium. I have plenty of it. And there are plenty of places to get more of it.
Come on.
You're still accepting dish conditions. I think I have 1 or 2 spaces left. Although Cool X sent me a recipe for the ravine. Still think there's somewhere left beyond that though. Transfer pass or something? No, transfer pass is taken. Alright, just one bit of coal. And whilst that is going, I may as well cook up... This will take an hour, so... Here's an hour's worth of that. Here's an hour's worth of that. And let's get that hide off immediately with a hacksaw. Oops, oops, oops. I'm thirsty. Ow, thirst hurts as well. Why didn't I drink?
Oh, it's getting dark out here.
Give me the water. Give me the water. Give me a drink. Damn, I'm just throwing condition away. Alright, well, at least I don't need the torch back with me. Just ate all of that meat and Shepherd's tummy is still rumbling. It's turning into an aurora, look at that. Well, all the more reason to be safe and snug inside here. It might even light up for me, thanks to the aurora. Well, if this is what passes for lighting up. What's happening on the internets? Can I not see that from here? Can't seem to interact with it properly. Maybe it hasn't fired up properly. Yeah, evidently. This must be the chair that I was told. Oh, you can destroy it with a hacksaw. Yeah, you can destroy this and only this chair. Okay, okay. Let's get a head start on drying out this deer hide, although I do want to take it with me. Wait, I think I dropped the one that was already dried out, but that's not a concern. What is a concern is making sure we're good to keep going. That's a lot of good coffee. There's some dog food that might not make me sick. Why do I still have oil? I was meant to leave that behind. Oops. Well, that's alright. I can bring it over to the new place. I think there's still some oil that I left behind in the other place. It's just I don't want the extra weight. Certainly not where I'm going. Is it just straight to sleep now? I don't think I'll be able to sleep the whole night away, which is a concern. Although I could just get going early in the morning. I got places to be. It's going to be very cold, though. Yeah, well, them's the breaks. Got a few hours left of improved rest. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let's just get into the bed. And we shouldn't need more food for now. Should I just eat these sardines? Yeah, go on. At least these sardines won't make me sick. Eat the sardines, drink your water, and sleep for probably 7 hours, but we'll try for 8. Man, you really won't let that go. I was wrong about the chairs. It's been a year since I've played, LOL. It's just that kind of place. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it is late night. Very, very cold time of day, and I can't reasonably let more time pass. So do we just go out there and cope with the situation? Depends on the conditions. It could be absolutely grim out there. Still can't check the PC, but the aurora apparently has passed. We'll check how it is outside before we make a judgment call. I could just pass the time in bed. It's clear. It's extremely cold. I can't afford more cold damage, but I do want to get moving. Besides, I'm on my way to a cave. How bad could it be? Can always stop and make a fire. A couple bits of coal and we're good to go. So sapling, 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 sapling. Gonna leave the guts. I don't want the extra attention. Take the deer hides with me. And I guess I'll make a note here. This is Pleasant Valley. What's this place called? What is the name of this this place that I'm staying in? Some kind of tower? Lookout tower? Antenna tower? Control tower, thank you. Control tower. Contains... I can't tab to indent. Why, Steam? Why? 2 guts and misc. Don't really have anything of true value, but there we go. Alright. Leave the guts behind, and on we go. Right, so from here I need to go... Well, first I need to get out of this little encasement. Jeez, feels like minus 23. I'm not going to be able to travel for long, but I do want to get some traveling done. Sucks to still not have the bedroll. Are there any beds inside the dam? Actually, that could be a real concern, getting to the dam and not having any beds. But I suppose there are trailers outside of the dam with beds in them. So it's not a complete loss. Anyway, I need to hug that mountain pass. The transition cave that I'm looking for is very easy to miss. Also, I will run, because I'm so cold out here. I've already lost a quarter of my body warmth. Oh yeah, it's not going to be long before I stop and make a fire. Some rabbits. I could even grab some lovely rabbity food whilst I try to warm up. Hold on, I had a wolf. Oh damn, I thought it was a deer over there, not a wolf. Huh, okay, well, them's the breaks. What would a deer be out in the middle of the night for anyway? Is that another wolf over there? It's kind of small. Small, wimpy wolves. Gotta remember, I am well inside the region where a single wolf encounter could be the end of me. I'm certainly at the point where some badly managed heat could be the end of me.
I could eat a horse. Let's see a lot, because I love horses.
Oh, hello, hello, hello! You don't mind me if I steal these much-needed maple saplings, do you? Alright, that was a great recovery. Really need to stop and make a fire, but I'd really like an ideal condition in which to do so, like finding a corpse. An edible corpse, that is. Shepherd doesn't eat humans. But I'm about to start taking some nasty, nasty condition damage, so I think I'm just going to have to eat it.
It's too cold.
Yeah, that you are, Shepherd. Unless the transition cave is right around here, but I don't trust myself to know that. There we go. Ooh, should have used a book. The Winding River Cave is around here, but I miss it just about every time. I think it's elevated or something. Or maybe it's not elevated and I keep going over the elevation. There's something like that that keeps happening. Right, I need warmth pretty badly, so warm me up, Buttercup. You need to scat. And I need something that's going to warm me up big time. I'm actively warming up right now, which is nice, but... I can have the herbal tea whenever. Maybe I could cook something up a bit nicer. I've got a fair bit of traveling to do, so maybe I'll cook up some good coffee. It's not even cooking up, I will heat back up this coffee I already have. And then cook myself up some delicious reishi tea. It's been some time, got some extra water, I'll be fine. Where exactly is the cave entrance? I know it's around here somewhere. I feel like it's elevated, like it might be up there, but I could be dead wrong, I could be way off. It's especially hard to know in the middle of the darkness, which is why I want to warm up while I'm here. You just wait right there. There's a mod that allowed you to get rid of bodies inside structures. Can't be too hard to adapt for that. Calories. Yeah, that's the corpse burial mod or something to that effect, as I recall. Could maybe heat up some of my beloved tomato soup. That might be even better than the coffee at this point. But right now, just getting my body heat back so that I can search for the cave is good. But this snow's really coming down now. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I might just drink my coffee, actually. Well, the dawn will dispel the night, at least. The cave in the winding river is near the ground. Really? Because I could have sworn it was in an elevated area like that. Well, I'll trust you. You seem to know your stuff, Geekston. I doubted you once before and was eating my words. Now I'm going to eat my coffee and get moving. There's that thermos of mine. Get that cold stuff out of it. Get that hot stuff into it. And I'm just going to drink this coffee straight up. Hydration, calories, lower reduction of stuff. And will I actually light a torch and take it with me? Let's try it for now. My instinct tells me that the cave is actually up there, but if you say no, I'll believe it. I just have to actually see the thing. I still feel like it's up here. I still really feel like the cave was up here. There's no way it was this high up, though. No way, no way. Leaving a campfire unattended. That's fine, I built it safely. Is this it? Which cave are you looking for? I'm looking for the cave to Winding River, and I'm certain it's around here somewhere. Oh, well, I guess it's not that high up. That's a fallen tree-ish. Starting to feel like I've overshot, though. It's so easy to miss this thing, especially in the dark. Oh, I'm glad I had that coffee. Lets me move around a bit easier. And I'm keeping the fire in case I needed another thing going. Right, I'm certain it's not beyond a... Oh, is this it? Is this it? No. Then I almost certainly think I've overshot. Yeah, okay, okay. I've got to go back and hug the left then. Maybe I was up too much and need to be down a touch. I could have sworn it was up a bit. Saying yes, no isn't helpful because I don't know what you're responding to. Okay, it's getting kind of cold here. Shepherd needs to locate. This is burning through one of my torches pretty badly, and my calories pretty badly.
All I can think about is food.
Yeah, having to run around here to locate the place is certainly not working well for the calories either. We're told this fallen over tree marks it, but to what extent? Actually, I think it's up and around. This is coming. This is bringing memories, right? Over this icy ridge bit here. Yeah, I was certain it was elevated, so I think it's here. Please be right. Oh, dead right. Let's go. Get out of Pleasant Valley. Alright, phew. Do I still want to burn this, this torch, though? I don't think I do. Torches are extremely valuable to me. Let's instead burn this lantern, which is also valuable to me. We haven't been here before this run, that's for certain. This is me taking a shortcut to get to Pleasant Valley, because I didn't want to go through Coastal Highway and the ravine. Just wanted to go through here, get to Carter's Dam. Should be plenty of goodies in the dam. I'm glad I drank that coffee, otherwise I might be in a bit of a pickle right now. Kaplan! Kaplan's Cairn. Thank you for backing this game, because heavens knows I wouldn't. And some replacement coal for what I spent to warm up. As I said, I knew it was fine to use the coal. We'd be getting plenty more of it. I wish I could refine coal into oil for my lantern, though. Should be a corpse in here, shouldn't there? I seem to recall an opening like this having an easily available corpse, which is going to make me wish that I had not gotten rid of my my fire. Now I wish I had it to set up a fire right here. Enjoy this meat. Am I willing to set up another fire just for this? The answer is yes, I am, because Shepard continues to be very hungry and I'm quite desperate. So, another wasted match. Probably not a problem. And let's just get you cooked here and now. Cattail, stick, yeah, that's fine by me. Well, I definitely wasn't here before. I entered Pleasant Valley via the Cinder Hills coal mine, which has a lot more coal and a lot fewer corpses. There we go. If I'd thought about this corpse, I wouldn't have toasted out my fire earlier, but if there's one thing we've found a lot of in this run, it's matches. I'll just put on the cedar. And let's grab that rancid meat. There's not a lot of it, but heaven help me, I'm in need of it. Boy, there's not a lot to you now, is there? Let's cook up that rancid venison, which I think will still be good enough for me to eat without risk. I certainly hope so. Do I want the guts and hide? Yes, verily yes. Also, should be making water at every opportunity. Give me one of those guts, please. I'm going to starve myself a bit whilst carving apart this body because it does take calories, but I'll eat the meat shortly after. Otherwise the meat just gets wasted and I'm not going for well-fed currently. He'll be burned shortly. And look at that, it's just barely good enough to eat without risk at 77%. And let's cook a little bit more water. And keep this fire going for just a little touch longer.
Never thought I'd be dying from starvation.
You're not gonna die, Shepard, at least not yet. Throw another stick, and let's scoop this out with a hacksaw. Should keep an eye on my water though, but that might be okay. Can you harvest bodies in the dark? Surely, surely you can. Give me that. You're almost boiled, but not quite. Alright, alright. Still technically edible. Let's rip this off with our bare hands, as long as I'm not too thirsty. Damn, Shepard's got some skills to do that in the dark. Impressive. Alright, now let's carry on out of here. Although if there's another corpse, I'm going to waste another match in setting another fire. Alright, there we go, 76%, that's 1% more than necessary. Chomp, 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 glug, 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 and then we get moving. Unbelievably, it is lamp oil, which is one of the most desired items in this game. We need it for torches, we need it for our lamp. It is infinite, but it requires a lot of cooking to become infinite. And it's quite rare to find lamp oil. You can find lots of it in jerry cans. Jerry cans are very finite and very, very rare. If you scour the entire map, on Interloper you will find about 6 of them. About. Yeah, pre-made campfire. Ultimately useless. Gonna carry these guts, it'll make me interesting to the wildlife, but I'll ditch them in Carter Dam, I think. let them cure there. Oh, left or right? I'll never do anything right. Can't afford to exhaust my jerry can, because then Shepherd, in her infinite wisdom, will just discard the can. Certainly want this coal, though. I don't care if it weighs me down a bit too much. We will be able to sleep when we make our way out of Carter Dam. Sweet diddly in there. Might have been something that expired over the course of time, but I don't know about that. Having a jerry can in the inventory while fishing gives lamp oil. You get the lamp oil anyway, it's just if it's in your inventory it goes into the jerry can, and it's better to be in the jerry can, because the jerry can is weightless. Whereas all of your little plastic oil holdery things actually have a base weight of something like 50 grams, or is it 500? No, it must be. Whatever, it has a base weight, then the weight of the fluid inside it.
Is getting kind of heavy.
So it's a good idea to keep a somewhat spent jerry can on you so that you can gather lamp oil with it. We are putting on a fair bit of weight here, Shepherd, but it's kind of worth it for the coal. Coal is good. Because Mystery Lake's not an ideal place to be getting coal from. Maybe that's not true. There is a cave that leads towards Desolation Point. Am I remembering that right? That doesn't feel right for some reason, but I think it is. No, it doesn't do that at all. Where does the cave in Mystery Lake that's near the Trapper's Den lead to? Guess it does lead to Bleak Inlet. Why does that not feel right? I thought the cave in Forlorn Muskeg goes to Bleak Inlet. Goes to Milton! Thank you. Yes, goes towards Milton. A way to get to Milton without having to climb up those ropes. Pretty good. Alright, this might not be pretty good. Oh lordy, okay. Is that a blizzard? Not in the mood for a blizzard. Well, if it looks like a blizzard and it smells like a blizzard, it's probably a blizzard. That does mean I don't need to worry about wolves, but it does mean I'm going to freeze my poor little bits off on the way towards the Carter Dam. There's a bit of climbing to get there, I think. Maybe I'll go there anyway, right? I got coal for days. Just in case the wolves decided not to despawn, let's keep the anti-wolf... Actually, that's not an anti-wolf measure in a blizzard. This is, however. Sweet Jesus, it is so cold. This might have been a mistake. This was a mistake. Should have waited for this to clear up. But I didn't have a bedroll, so I couldn't really wait out the storm inside the cave without just burning time. And as you can see, I have tiredness to concern myself with. Might be passing. Or it might just be that I'm underneath here and... Did I take a wrong turn immediately? Oh, I think I did. Uh-oh. Okay, well if that's the case, then maybe I should just get back into the cave to warm up. That was a waste. Can't afford this condition loss. Really shouldn't be stopping to pick these cattails. What's come over you, Jake? You know better than this. Alright, well I've learnt that I'm meant to take a right turn out of this place. Alright, take shelter from the cold here. This is killing you, Shepherd. Alright. Warm up a bit in here, but I'm really just burning time unless I can do something with my time. I guess I can drop my guts and my saplings and have them at least contribute in some way. 1, 2 fresh deer hides and 1 cured one. How many deer hides do I need for whatever I want? I'd rather make the boots than the trousers, but I think the boots take 4 while the trousers take 3. And I was wrong! Wow, okay, I do want those boots. And I should be in a good position to make those boots soon enough. They take an aeon to make, but make them I shall. Well, that being how it is. Hey, my tomato soup is still warm. How long is it going to remain warm? Thermal? Oh god, not long at all. I'll just have to live with that. Okay, well Shepherd's going to be sucking your thumb for a wee while. Again, I still do not have a bedroll. So I might have to coffee my way through the dam. Not ideal, because I want to explore the dam, but no, I can't afford to explore the dam. It's going to cost me more lamp oil than I have access to, and I need to be a bit skinflint with that. If I were to refuel this, I would lose my jerry can. And I'd lose the ability to make more, but you know what, I'm going to refuel a bit of it. Still keep some in the jerry can just to top up my lantern in case I need that. Otherwise, I guess we're just sitting here humming little tales to ourselves, Shepherd. So, drink up. And then wait up, because there's sod all else to do. Well, the warming up is a nice boost.
Man, I could eat anything.
Let's check the weather. I should check it every hour to see if the blizzard has passed. The blizzard has passed. I'm not saying it's great out there, but it's better. Is that everything? Looks like everything. Let's go then. Still quite cold, but minus 10 is a whole lot better than the minus 40 we were enduring moments ago. I took a wrong turn here. What was the turn that was wrong? Knowing me, I turned left. Gotta live by that riddle. Never do anything right. There's a chance for a bedroll in the cave by the dam. You mean along Winding River? I'm very unfamiliar with Winding River. Go right. Okay, is that for the cave or just in general? I won't listen. I will not go right. Not when left is an option. Also still no... Oh, but look, if I go left, surely that'll bring me to good places. Look, it goes up. We sure don't want to go up here? I want to go up here. Or did I just miss the cave by going up here? No, this is where I want to go. I can feel this elevation speaking to me. It says, go here, Jake, go here. See, if I hadn't done that, I probably wouldn't have gotten over this giant freaking frozen waterfall. Yet another brilliant deduction made by me.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
You do, Shepherd, but you're also incredibly tired. And it's not even that late in the day. If it were late in the day, I'd feel fine about just beelining for a place to sleep. Hey, maybe this cave has a bed in it. Well, there are rose hips. This doesn't look a lot like a cave. Looks nothing like a cave. Shepherd's about to start getting real cold. Cold enough for me to want to start a fire just to warm up. Depends on how close this cave is. Cave might be up this little incline though. Might even be warm inside the back of this cave. Also, might want some rabbity friends with me. Alright, I can warm up and eat that rabbit.
Warming up a bit.
Assuming that the cave is around here. Is it around here? There's a cave. Alright, should be able to warm up a bit in here. With or without a bed.
I gotta eat soon.
There is no bed. But it is warm in the back here. Slightly. It's 5 degrees. Oh boy! We didn't have enough of these. Let's give me some matches then. Alright, alright. Well...
I think I need to lay down.
Yeah, Shepherd's getting real tired. I still think I'm going to catch that rabbit and eat that rabbit though, just to take a bit less in the way of damage. Where's the transition of temperature area? Ah, there it is. Okay, okay. I think I'll be fine just setting this thing down here though. Gonna make a wee fire, warm up a bit, make some more coffee just so I can keep on going, and I will eat this rabbit. I'm not gonna burn my birch bark, that's for sure. There's a rifle spawn. I sincerely doubt there's a rifle spawn on Interloper. Well, there better not be. Interloper is better without guns, in my humble and correct opinion. Alright, there we go. Good job, Shepherd. You saved the day. Burn a little bit of that coal. Hell, burn a lot of that coal just so I heat up very quickly. Let's make some water. Let's make some more water. Let's Eat a cattail, maybe? Nah, save that for after we've carved up the rabbit. I do want that rabbit, but I'm a bit overladen right now. Tell you what I can do, though, is... even though I'm only here for a little bit, still get some curing done. Also lightens my load a touch. My load is pretty damn heavy here. No, that's not what you wanted to do, Shepherd. You wanted to... what the heck? Drop the water, Shepherd. I need to be slightly lighter so I can catch some rabbity goodness. Come on, it's rabbit hunting season. I want your pelt and your guts. I want the whole 9 yards of rabbit. Don't know if you can hear my belly rumbling here. Shouldn't have thought too much about eating this rabbit, but I am. Alright, animals are extremely skittish in this difficulty. I actually increased it from normal. Oh, well. Shame on me. That was a dead on and I missed it.
My fingers feel numb.
I'm getting extra cold doing this. Holy smokes, that rabbit is just having none of me. The way the thing goes. Please, rabbit, I'm really hungry. Can't you consider my needs for a change? Oh, damn. Okay, forget it. The rabbit wins today. Boy, that was a waste. A waste of energy. Just caned a lot of my my fatigue for that. Well, shame on me for missing the rabbit. Oh, hello, you've got a friend, do you? Well, fortunately for you, I am too cold. And about to be too tired.
Right here. I thought I'd never wake up again.
This is bad, this is double condition loss. How long are you planning on keeping on streaming? I don't know. Alright, now I'm taking loads of condition damage due to the cold as well, but like my fire is right there, Shepherd, come on. Alright, I can see the mistakes that I've made here. First of all, not drinking coffee. Get my coffee ready. In fact, I can heat up my coffee, or even just make a new coffee right here. Might even need double the coffee to make my way forward. Good condition out there, though. I should definitely get these rabbits whilst I've got this campfire and the going is relatively good. Not a terribly large amount of calories in rabbit, but I'm at the point where I need dang near anything I can get. Delicious. Alright, take two. Unless that other rabbit decided to absolutely bolt it as well. Certainly take this with me. It's incredibly light. I think it's something like 10 grams, not even that, maybe 1 gram. What does it say there? 10 grams. It's certainly certainly agreeable. And there's the elevated rabbit. Huh, that could be a problem for me. Not sure if I can even get up there to say hi to the rabbit. Oh, I think it just got spooked by me there as well. I think the rabbit's stuck. Well, that makes two of us bunnykins. Do I have a way of getting the elevation to get over there at all? I think I can. As long as he doesn't manage to get down from there, he should be easy pickings. No, he seems pretty stuck. Okay, I just need him to calm down, then I nail the rabbit and I enjoy the rabbit. Wow, okay. Well, again, time is on my side if he's stuck there. Stones are not, though. I've only got 2. Oh my day. How about we just come right up to him? Uh-oh. I need the stone to knock him out. I can't just grab him like that. It's starting to get a little bit embarrassing. Outclimbed by a rabbit. I think they'd be pretty good at it. All this for calories that I don't really need. Well, I mean, I want them. And the conditions are good, so this is an excellent time to be making my way over. And yes, I see the other rabbit. Right, what I need to do is just wait for you to be right here. Kersmack and Kercrack. Did your friend get spooked by that? Possibly, possibly. I can still barely move, so even if I stun the rabbit, catching it might be out of the question, but Shepherd very hungry right now. Shepherd probably outright hangry right now. There we go. Alright, alright. We're doubling up on the rabbit din-dins today. This was kind of worth it. Kind of. I already made the fire, and the Carter Dam is right there, so eat the rabbit, get over to Carter Dam. Condition's still a miserable joke right now. But a good sleep over in Mystery Lake should make a big difference. Probably going to carry a torch with me because I think there are wolves along the way. But if I get to safe elevation, I will put out the torch. And then carry on using the lantern. I don't know which is the more efficient use of oil. Probably torches, actually, because it's only 10 units of oil. Whereas there's 100 to fill up the lantern. 10 units for the torch, I mean. Alright, give me the water. Give me the water. Now let's take that off for now. And let's first grab ourselves all of the meat. Alright, meat first. And I'll probably grab everything else off of you. Still taking condition damage here, of course, because we're starving, and we're soon to be very tired as well. But I will keep this fire with me now I think about it. Alright, alright, where's the big piece? Here, the big piece. Cook the big piece in the fast cooking pot. Cook the other one just like that. Scooping out guts will take time. Can I afford the time? Well, not really. These are curing in there, right? I think so. "34 minutes, 18 minutes, that should be enough time to scoop out a gut. Gonna need a lot of guts where I'm going. Oh god, the fire! Whew. Okay, okay. Well, I wasted that a bit, but give me that. You're still good-ish right now. Give me that gut. Alright, too focused on this Cruzac to be thinking about long play votes. Survival is at risk here due to my incredibly low condition. Right, am I willing to rip these hides off? I'm starting to think that I'm not. The hides don't get me too much that I don't already have. I got some decent-ish gloves and there'll be plenty of opportunity for a rabbit's carcass down the line. I'm already knackered, I can't afford more loss, but I do need the guts. Campfire is still good. I don't need more water currently, I will take the guts. Guts are needed for a whole bunch of things after all. And I already stink to high heaven. So there we go. And take you. And take you, and of course all of this. I don't need to warm up my coffee, but I guess I need something in my belly right now, so I'm just gonna drink the coffee as is. Take the fire with me and keep going. If I can find a corpse, I'm gonna eat like a king. If I can't find a corpse, then I'll just eat this up. Maybe we should take the rabbits? Nah. Nah. Rabbits are easy to find. And yeah, I'm just leaving that water behind. With 3 liters on me, that should be plenty. So I'm actually not taking damage right now, but I'm close to it. Alright. Hunting for a corpse. Hunting for some more sticky things. Can we climb up here? Surely. Looks climbable to me. Very interested in keeping my torches chained. We haven't done this all run, but we haven't had torches to chain all run because torch pulling from fires is disabled. And it really ramps up the difficulty. It's a great change. Thank you, Von Doodles. Surely my delicate Canadian ankles won't fail me in this slight ascension. What do you think this is? Ascension level 7? 8? 10? No, it's A20 all the way. Oh, there's a mushroom. Yeah, not a complete loss. That looks like a corpse to me. Oh boy, I guess we are eating like a king then. We're going to be so tired, but we are going to have oodles of food in our belly. Alright then. Let's get this. Yet another fire going. Great clear condition for this. Hopefully I can get down safely. I am overburdened and overtired, but Shepard's just going to have to deal with it. There'll be plenty of sleeping done later on, as long as I can survive through the dam. Well, just getting to the dam is the main point. Alright. Fire starting skill get. I'm just going to shove on 1 bit of coal and a whole bunch of sticks. And then I'm going to scoop out all of your meat. Still actively starving while I do this. My health is in a very precarious place. Damn that food poisoning earlier. If only I could cancel out of the sleep, because I noticed it immediately. Alright, the big one that takes longer to make gets done in the pot. I don't think I want the rest of the carcass. Although, there's a very compelling argument for taking the skin off of you, because I do want more deer skins. Not the guts though, but I'll take the skin. Alright, I have time for the skin. I'm going to take it right now, and then I'm going to eat everything I can. Oh, I have to take it with the saw. Yeah, I'll take it with the saw then. Alright, there we go. Right, this is all going down the food chute. I can't afford too much more condition loss. I think I'm going to drink yet another coffee, actually. So all of this delicious meat. Good time to eat it as well, because I'm already thirsty. You can't get ultra thirsty. Doesn't go negative, just goes to 0. Oh man, look at all those calories. No more complaints from Shepard about hunger for another 5 minutes. Time it. Don't take condition damage from thirst. It'll be topped up with the coffee, the good coffee. I'm just drinking this coffee so I can keep on moving, otherwise Shepard's going to be dragging her slow arse. Still going to take the fire. I'm very slow, and if there are wolves down there, they're going to notice me, so I need to be able to fend them off with fire. Looks like our possible saplings are already gone, ruined by Mother Nature, so we cannot ruin Mother Nature herself further. Why am I picking up more things? Well, I do like the mushrooms. Give me the mushrooms. Right, I think I need to descend because you got Carter down from the left, right? Right? Yeah, I think you go up that way, right. Is there a way to goat down here? I certainly hope so. Shepherd the goat. Hopefully there wasn't something nice up top there that I missed by hastily making my way down, but haste is not waste here. Not making haste is waste for poor Shepherd. She's so hungry. How do I get up and around here? I thought it was up and over here. Up and then over. Just feels like it's a very long way away. Well, let's go for it. I hate to go that way and then have to turn back. Gosh. I suppose we've all had days like this. So much to get through. We haven't slept all day, but we just got to keep ourselves going through the power of coffee. I haven't, of course. I don't drink coffee. I will eat almost anything on God's green earth, but coffee will not pass my lips. No, I'd never dream of not being sharp, geek. Yeah, exactly. More for you, Baron. You drink it up. I just don't want to smell your breath after you've been chugging it down. Horrible memory of being sick, and one of my housemates just pins me down with his giant hands, breathing deeply on my face, going, "Jake, are you feeling okay?" So I can just get all the worst of his lovely morning breakfast of coffee and cigarette. Ugh. Okay, turns out that I did go the wrong way. The way up was over here. That's alright, though. And we're keeping our eyes peeled for any wolf prints in the snow. I don't see any. No paw prints here. Oh, no. Me and my friends loved to absolutely terrorize each other when we were living together, and even beyond. One of my friends, he phones me up every now and again. "Ah, Jake, to what do I owe the pleasure?" It's like, you called me. And he knows. But that's what good friendship is. Tormenting each other till the end of days. Keeps you all sharp. Alright, speaking of being sharp, I think I'm safe here. I've never seen wolves up this far. I'm still going to preserve the light until I walk along the edge of Carter Dam. Then I know I'm truly safe, and I'll still have 2.5 torches remaining. Get through Carter Dam. Might take a little bit tiredness condition damage, but once we're out of Carter Dam, it's a straight shoot to the... where is it a straight shoot to? Carter Dam's trailers, and we're going to sleep the longest of sleeps there. And we're going to get a lot of condition back. At least that's the plan. Alright, we're safe. In early versions of the game, there used to be a wolf inside Carter Dam. Not anymore. And this is a one-way door. A metal table for huge amounts of scrap, but we're not at the scrap collecting phase yet. We'll be collecting scrap in and towards the first forge that we can reasonably use. We might get lucky and find the heavy hammer in Spencer's. Actually, if it's not in Spencer's, that's going to be very worrisome, because then it's only a very small chance that we find heavy hammer in Broken Railway. If there's still no heavy hammer by the time I get to Broken Railway, the run is in a very dire strait, because then I will be enormously behind forging. I'm already behind forging. You should be comfortable to forge on day 10. It is now day 18, and we don't even have the heavy hammer. Don't even have the bedroll. That's the real madness. Ooh, another corpse. Extremely tempting to carve you up. But I'll pass. Shepherd's kind of full of food at the moment, although... I'm never coming back here, am I? No. No, I'm pretty sure I have the wherewithal to catch myself a deer out in Mystery Lake. Keep mixing Mystery Lake and Pleasant Valley. Yeah, Fluffy has been moved. Alright, out of the cold, although it's not that cold, into the dark. Now, there isn't really... Oh man, look at that cooking pot. Should I have that? Can't really afford any extra weight. Shepherd is slow as molasses as it is. I cannot really afford the time to explore every nook and cranny here, and I don't particularly want to afford the fuel for it either. So if we see something, great, but more than likely we just make our way through here. What would be worth my time picking up? I don't know, some torches, not torches, some Some coffee, some matches. Well, it's already pitch black. On goes the lantern. Didn't I say the torch would be better? Well, I'm using the lantern anyway. Gotta be very quick with our eyes. We see something we need, gotta notice it quick. Guaranteed hammer in Mystery Lake. Really? Well, guess I'll scour Mystery Lake for it then. It's okay, Mystery Lake's a really good place to be, so I do want to spend some time here. Great opportunity to get my condition back. Should be plenty of birch bark. Plenty of wild animals in Mystery Lake. Well, there's quality tools there. It wasn't. It was a medical box. And anyway, I already have quality tools. Lots of places to check here. Cartadan doesn't tend to have that many goods inside its searchable containers, but it's still worth going through. You're not at risk it here. There's nothing that can hurt you, except maybe an aurora if you're standing on wires. Could be a jerry can under the stairs. That's alright. We'll get a jerry can at Broken Railway. I've never not seen a jerry can at Broken Railway. And we will be checking out the dam later on. Potentially during this stay. But I can't afford any extra time. I gotta get moving. Hang on, is that the way? No, that's the way back out where I was. That would be a gross waste of time. Trappers, Broken Tower, Red Wagon, Fishing Hut. I will be checking all of those locations. Don't you worry, girly. Alright, so this is the lower part of the dam. We can go to the upper part of the dam, which connects us back to Mystery Lake. And invisible here, don't need to burn the fuel. Getting very slow, but not taking damage yet. We'll take damage once our fatigue bottoms out, and we're definitely drinking some herbal medicine tonight. I don't know if herbal medicine stacks if you drink multiple of it. I feel like I tried that before and got burned by it. Certainly seeing jerry can in the main entrance room, but not on Interloper. I've seen it on Voyager, Stalker, whatever, lower levels. I only ever see those loot tables when I do the challenge modes, which have easier loot settings. I've always just played this game Interloper or above. It's where the game is most fun. I don't see any fun in playing the likes of Pilgrim. And it's just a walking sim. I like the fairly cutthroat survival element to this game. You gotta squeeze every penny, puts me in my Frostpunk mode. There's some potable water to be had around here. Could have been a Mackinaw in there, but I've already got better than Mackinaw, I think. Alright, alright. Haven't seen anything worth our time, but we haven't really checked hard, have we? So I'm not too crushed either way. Maybe I shouldn't put out my light, I can't see here. But I can't see this briefcase. Isn't there Polaroids in here? No, there's nothing in here. My favorite. Alright, let's skedaddle. Shepard is so tired. Yeah, I don't trust the custom setup for the loot. The sheer number of matches that we've had really says, are you sure this is Interloper? No bedroll blows, but there are a few places to check for a bedroll along the way here. But we're going to sleep away this night big time. There's almost certainly going to be a wolf right here to give me trouble. And I can't run past it, so I just have to hope that I can avoid it. One of these trailers has better beds than the other, and I forget which one. I'm going to go left, less chance of running into Wolfie. There's the wolf right there. He knows I'm here, and I know he's there. Don't mind me, wolf. Really don't mind me, wolf. Ooh, yeah. And I made the right choice. This has the better beds. Alright, first things first. Saplings on the ground. Guts, 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 guts. And hide, hide, hide. This is all cured. Doesn't need to be ditched. Do I check the room? No, I'm just going to wait till morning, and we're certainly going to be sleeping through till morning. Calories in my belly are fine, so I'm just going to drink some herbal tea. top up my water, and then sleep for 8 hours straight, because you can't sleep more than 8 on these difficulty settings. In fact, watch this. I sleep for 8. I should gain some health back. Oh, Aurora through the night. Oh, well, those wolves outside will be going bananas. And we wake up dehydrated, but slightly healthier. I am going to drink more herbal tea, because we found a surprisingly large amount. And then we're simply going to sleep even more. To think, that was the amount of health we got back, even with herbal tea. It was pathetic. But it's all that we could afford, so let's just sleep until we are no longer tired. Yeah, matches don't save me from sardines. Alright, there we go. It's kind of bright enough to see. My goods have dried out a bit more. Still would like to sleep for longer, because I really need health, but I'm going to make my way over to Trappers, I rather think. Will I go to Trappers? Yeah, Trappers is easier to find from here. It's also got plenty of opportunities for birch bark along the way. But the search for the heavy hammer is the big thing now. Heavy hammer is the biggest strength boost I can get right now, because it'll enable forging. Has been for a long time, but immediate survival has been more of a priority. Now it's less of a priority. A hammer will let us forge and let us be self-reliable, self-renewable, self-something or other. Self-centered, maybe. I could do without extra attention from the wolves, so I'm not going to bring the guts with me, but I'll bring the hides with me. Alright, good enough. Hide, hide, sapling, hide. Actually, just everything, right?
I can drop any of this gear.
And then if I tap 3, down go the guts. And we should make a note of this. We are now in Mystery Lake. And in, let's see, trailer by dam with good beds. There are, how many guts? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 guts. 4 times guts. Alright, I'm happy enough with that. Sure, a bandage. I'm still overweight by a tiny margin, aren't I? But that's because I've got a bunch of stuff that I want to leave behind. Not least of all this oil. I think I have plenty of burnables as well. Alright, that's fine. Not really sure I want 2 bits of... I don't know, this stuff I'll ditch on my way, but... I don't know. Hang on, I need to think about my layout here. Mystery Lake, Mystery Lake. Yeah... I'm on the wrong side. I'm not on the side where I think I am, so I actually have to make my way across. I'll probably stop in by the camp office on the way towards... Oh, but there's a great possible spawn for a bedroll just down the road from here. Crumbs. It's all good. I think I will dip to check for the bedroll, and then I'll come straight back here, and then I will sleep some more. Yeah, that means this stuff's going to be left here. Dip for the bedroll. Good idea, Jake. Leave behind that just to let off some weight. Anything else that's kind of heavy and I could get rid of for some weight? Maybe there's other deer hide. Not going to need that where I'm going. Yeah, we're going to dip. Okay, bedroll should be a priority. Not having it has been handicapped. Well, it's not like I've not been searching for it, but this is a good opportunity for it, so I'm going to be going for it. Well, it's a very cold opportunity for it. Feels like minus 16. There's an argument that says search Carter Dam right now, and it's a pretty strong one. Passes time, I can still sleep when I come out of it. The conditions will be better. Yeah, this is ideal Carter Dam searching time. We're going to do exactly that. It means I want to drop even more stuff, so I'm pretty limber for doing Carter Dam. Yeah, get the outdoor exploring done in a much better time of day. Just searching this while the going is good. Oh, there's a fat lot of nothing here. There's usually Pinnacle Peaches or some soup in there, but that's a waste of time. Not going to pick that up. Spray paint usually down in that corner there, and I never value spray paint. Okay, well, this was sad. This is a really crappy bed, barely gives any warmth, but it can be the difference between life and death. Alright, like I said, I'm going to ditch a few more of my goods and search Carter Dam properly. Maybe not properly, but I'll give it a good once-over. Don't want to be too much burning through my lamp oil after all. That stuff is very limited right now. So, yeah, how much can you hold? 5 kilos. Well, how about inside one of these lockers? Hopefully I remember the locker. Let's just dump all the coal and all my sticks. Bar 1. Never know when you need a stick. That sorted me out pretty well on the weight. Just dump anything else that's really cramping my style, shall I? Not the food. Food is good. Yeah, that's fine. How am I likely going to find 10 kilos of stuff to bring back from Carter Dam? Okay, for some reason I thought I was on the other side of Mystery Lake, which makes me quite close to Trappers. Trappers is an excellent location, but it's not where I am. There's that wolf out there again. It's okay, the wolves never come in here. Well, I don't know that. I've never left the door open for them. You can sometimes find a pry bar out here. And by sometimes, I mean once I found a pry bar out here. There's a corpse. Ooh. Corpse could be anything. It could add to my exuberant match collection. We have now found well over 100 matches. Gonna make it well over 112? Not yet. Too much visual clutter here. It's hard to quickly scavenge with my eyes for a pry bar. Not that we need one. We've already found 2. And there's a guaranteed pry bar at the broken railroad, so again, not a priority. Now let's go. Still dark. This is really going to burn the oil, so to speak. Oh well, that's why we have it. Alright, but I do have to be somewhat quick about it. And yeah, I don't think I'll search lower dam. Save that for later. How long does a fully fueled lamp burn for, anyway? Don't want to burn the torches, because torches scare off wolves. This lantern doesn't scare off wolves. It's also okay to be running around a fair bit. Burning energy. Burning calories is not good, but burning energy means I can sleep for longer later on. That said, on these settings you lose so much of your fatigue meter. It's confusing to call it a fatigue meter. You gain fatigue, lose fatigue. The point is we get more tired more quickly. And thinking back on it, I should not have enabled that. It actually just makes the game more drawn out and tedious. Although I suppose it forces interesting situations where you are so tired but you've got to keep going. Like they love to tell me about in Frostpunk. Every day is the same grind, but I've got to keep going. That's good when you keep discontent and hope high. Oh, Summit Soda, good. Beef jerky, also good. I can just eat the beef jerky. I don't think many people want that in their recipes. Summit Sodas, tons of people want sodas in their recipes. I cannot afford to be drinking any more of them. Which is a shame, they're really nice. They got calories and hydration in them. More of both than, say, a cup of coffee.
Anything.
Shepherd, as usual, complaining about hunger, but at least that condition of mine is slowly coming back. Very slowly. If I were playing on the Deadman settings, I would be getting no health back, period, but I don't enjoy playing that. Makes the game too tedious, in my opinion. You are constantly stopping to start fires because you cannot afford to take any cold damage. Some people really like it, and some people do very impressive things on it, but it's just not for me. There's a safe over there. I don't think I want to check the safe. I hate the safe game. I'm going to check the safe anyway. At least we can do it in the dark. Feel it out, Shepherd. Okay, so it's 33-ish. $33-ish 0. Whose idea of fun is this? I didn't even know how these kind of locks worked until not that long ago. Oh yeah, there we go. a 33-ish 07. Except it needs a full rotation to get back there. No, I've never found a bedroll in a safe, so I don't think that can happen. But hey, time to be surprised with money! We found that in the other safe as well. Lucky us. Lucky, lucky us. I'm going to be rooting through trash. I don't have time to be going through bins right now. Can run though. Gotta treasure my oil more than my stamina at this moment. Oh, I'll recheck the corpse. It's funny that you can bundle a corpse with items. If you picked up some garbage and you don't want it, just stick it on a corpse. Stick it in his pocket. Seems so disrespectful. I like it. I think you'd be in this game for weeks if your ambition was to break down everything inside the dam. Bring a hatchet and a lot of whetstones. Or a lot of hatchets. Might be able to see in here, right? Yeah, kind of. Not well enough, though. I don't trust this. There's definitely going to be some stuff I don't spot. But I can't afford to burn all that oil. I need it. No, I need to be able to see here. Fat lot of nothing over here. Fat lot of nothing overall. Have we found anything of value here yet? Some Summit sodas and beef jerky maybe, but that's not been worth the oil. Oil is super valuable to me and I am burning it. I need it for torches and I need it for this lantern. Although I suppose the lantern is doing exactly what we need the lantern for, so it's difficult to balance, that's for sure. It's definitely an area that I'm missing here. I've certainly overlooked part of the dam so far. But it's not this part. Let's move, chat. Let's move. Burning the calories in my belly super fast as well, which isn't ideal. How could I dare burn this money? If I can make it to, say, trappers or the... Yeah, maybe rather than having trappers as my base, I'll make the office my base. I prefer trappers. It's in a better situation for most things, but maybe for the sake of varying things up, I'll go to the other place. The post office, I call it, but it's not that. It's the camp office, I think. It's just really camp. Plenty of supplies in there, and it's not as space tight as trappers, but trappers is just so good. Right out your front door, you got deer, you got wolves, sometimes a moose. You can fish by the cabin, though. Canadian money, great tinder. Can you do with it in the game? Now, that's a funny thing. In real life, Canadian money is mostly plastic, so it makes terrible tinder. Maybe it's very old style money. Had the same thing in the UK where we replaced all of our lovely crisp papery notes with far less lovely plasticky infused. Hello!
Nobody needs this anymore.
Oh, that's good, that's good. I can burn this thing all the way down. I would never normally give half a rat's buttock about finding a second lantern. It's the 84 units of fuel inside the lantern that I'm going yes about. We can't decant it, but I can burn this one right down to the wire and then just leave it somewhere. Don't need that book. Okay, sweet. This has already been worthwhile. I'm coming out oil positive. Really is Frostpunk, isn't it? I'll check these on the way back. I want to go through. This part in story mode is where the whole thing takes a turn for the awful and tritely cliched. Well, I don't know, I never enjoyed Grey Mother that much, but this is where you get knocked out by bad guys who are bad guys because they're bad guys. And they drag you off for some reason. I think they want you to fly them out of... I don't know. I abhorred the story mode in this game. It is just so full of trite cliches and it's painful to listen to. Which is a shame, because you've got Commander Shepard doing the voiceovers. You'd think that's great. Alright, even more matches. Just what I didn't need. Come on, gotta be something worth my while in here. Certainly burning that hunger down. Don't you hate the story mode in most games? I enjoyed Final Fantasy X. And I'm sure there are other examples. Mass Effect, actually. Quite like Mass Effect. For its story, I certainly don't like its gameplay. Not that I played Mass Effect, I experienced Mass Effect vicariously through Helden, and that was a great time. God, I miss Helden. Kingdom Come? Yeah, Kingdom Come's good for its gameplay. Its story, I don't know. There's like a lot of contrived things going on in there. Plus, I couldn't even finish the game because what was his name? The Regent guy, not the Regent, but the guy who's Regent 4. Not Sir Hanush. Capon, Sir Capon. Right, couldn't even finish the game because he doesn't let you go to the end credits unless you get him laid. What a miserable ending to a great game. I shouldn't... Oh, that's a great find. More coffee. A lot of people want coffee in their recipes, and I want coffee to get myself through the harder parts, so finding more enables me to still make the recipes whilst chugging coffee into Shepard directly through the bloodstream. Dodged a bullet when Mass Effect lost the long play vote. I don't know about that. Maybe though, maybe. I think the gameplay is not for me. Alright, I'm calling that a success. Now I can sleep until afternoon-ish and have a successful jaunt. Gotta keep those sodas even though I want to eat them. I'll eat that beef jerky and then sleep on it. Witcher 3, I couldn't... Well, I mean, I haven't experienced much of Witcher 3. It doesn't seem my kind of thing, though. I played Witcher, and just Witcher's delivery of everything just feels so damn horribly stiff. But yes, what we're getting at here is generally story modes tend not to be for me. I like games, generally speaking, for their gameplay. God, it's nice conditions. I hope it doesn't go blustery and snowy, because this is even good time to move. I could actually make my way down to the camp office like that, like this. Actually, I will dip the other place like this. My stamina isn't that bad, and if the weather does turn, I can sleep here. I got the goods for it. So. What else do I just want to ditch here to keep myself nice and light? Nothing. I'm pretty light as it is. I think I will... A bit heavy. I'll hold on to you though. I'm gonna go and do my dip and then come back here. Take a bit of water, and I've got emergency... I don't have emergency coffee. Huh. Well, I have emergency items regardless, so if things do go Pete-tong, I have an out. The wolves seem to have buggered off. That's excellent news for me. At least until they come back. But I'm ready for them. Moose markings, right. Possible moose in the area. Cannot afford to spook the moose. Moose would probably kill me outright. And even if it doesn't kill me, it's going to cripple me. Going to break my ribs. The moose does not enjoy company. Strangely territorial creatures. I should have waited a bit. Should have let myself regain some more warmth, even if I ducked into bed for a little bit. Birch bark. A little bit of birch bark is still good birch bark. A little bit more birch bark is even more good. I don't know if wolves get spooked by mooses.
Getting weak.
I know you're weak, Shepard. Seen your ankles at work. I think I can hear the moose over there. Right, all the more reason not to be over there. But that's fine, I'm heading in this direction anyway, on the hunt for that bedroll. Big enabler, the bedroll. Suddenly turns places like transition mines into brilliant places because they're always warm enough to sleep in. I don't remember if they cause cabin fever, but if cabin fever becomes a risk, no big deal. As long as you have a bedroll and you find a non-transition cave, which is just one of those caves that you don't enter a loading zone to enter into. You can sleep on the back there. You won't always be warm, but do it in the middle of the day, you'll be fine. It's just nighttime plus blizzard can really do you in. Alright, tell me there's no wolves. There are rabbits, so there's probably no wolves going about. This is good. Oh my, there's even a corpse with my name on it. Is it warm enough to harvest that corpse? Do I want to? I certainly have the option, and Shepherd is very hungry. I think I will, although it's going to make me very popular with the local wildlife. But then again, what won't? Might just accept my popularity. No bedroll. Oh god, dead drop here. No. Dead draw entirely. That's a shame, but keep our heads held high. There's got to be a bedroll somewhere. Can't not be. Do I want this meat? I do kind of really want this meat. How much meat's on you? 2 kilograms of holy moly! Give me this meat. I don't care the cost. Let's light up the night. This is good, real good. I've only got 1 stick. Oh crumbs! Oh crumbs! I didn't bring fuel with me. Right. Do not despair. Just grab some sticks and power on through. Should have considered this before heading off, but I didn't.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Dave's quiet clearing. You mean the place up in the corner up there? Maybe.
Well, that didn't work.
It didn't work, Shepherd. Please make it work. Hope I can find enough sticks just to keep the fire going here.
Come on, little fire.
Might not. Might really not. There are a lot of sticks, though.
Oh.
Behind camp opens on the trail. Ah, that one. Not very familiar with it. Okay, okay. That's certainly not enough to keep me going, but... Ooh, God, I almost ran right into the fire. I've done that before. You take enormous damage, you get burns, you have to bandage it up. Almost lost a run that way before. More sticks for the stick god, please. Every stick is 1 extra degree. Might need to drink my tea just to stay warm here, actually.
If I don't warm up soon.
I get the message, Shepherd. Oof, okay, that's barely going to overcome the temperature, but I need the tea in my body. Alright, let's start out by harvesting a little bit of you. Alright, only takes a few minutes. Don't have a lot of minutes left on this thing, though. Wow, I got 2 cooking pots. What decadence. 45 minutes? Okay, we'll just have you done in time. I'm going to take the other bit of meat off of you. At least the temperature is going up, not down, because we're entering later into the day, but if a wind comes in, or snowfall, or anything like that, I'm in dire doo-doo here. I feel like I'm always just living by the skin of my teeth. Come on, I should be better than this. Drink that reishi tea. I need the warmth boost. There's a trick to half drinking it and you get more out of it, but I'm not engaging in those shenanigans for now. Maybe someday. I think I'll already check this out for sticks. Just need a couple more to keep this going and I'll be okay. Could even break these branches down for sticks, but it's a terrible waste of time. That said though, kind of need them badly, so let's just snippety snappity. It's actually getting colder, not warmer. Oh, there's the stick I need. Alright, finish this off. I'm going to dip in there and just check just in case, but otherwise we have to go back, take a short nap, because I want to sleep properly in the camp office. I might eat just now, just to keep my belly full. I really need to not be losing condition. I have food options. Kind of need warmth options while I'm at it too, but I can't make a coffee with you right now. More herbal tea wouldn't go amiss, would it? My improved rest is only for another couple of hours, and I want all the improved rest I can get, and I should still have plenty of herbal tea. By which I mean I have 1 cup of herbal tea. Did I leave some of my herbal tea behind somewhere? Because I was certain I had more than that. I guess I just really chunked my way through it, huh? Could kill and eat the rabbit. Nah, what's killing me is the lack of time on the fire. And I need to make some headway over to the camp office as well. Alan's Cave. Too much to hope for something in Alan's Cave. I don't think there's ever anything in Alan's Cave, but had to check. Alright, another bum roll on the bedroll. Where is there even to check for a bedroll now? I can't believe I've gone so long without one. I think I can get one in Broken Railroad, but I don't want to have to wait on that. Delicious. While I'm at it, let's make that herbal tea. It'll be done in 10 minutes. We're just barely warming up here, which is fine by me. A little low on water, but didn't I leave some water behind there? I think it's fine. Plus, there's a double indoor campfire by the or in the camp office. I can make some more there. Off to watch the snooker. Oh, nice. Who's playing today? Actually, what's the schedule today? Because after I'm done with this, I'll certainly be tuning in for some delightful snooker. Or just stuff your fat face, shepherd. Delicious venison, 100%. Oh boy, look at those calories. We're in the good zone now. Right, Gib. I don't need to light a torch. We're just wandering our way back. Gonna sleep for 1 or 2 hours in the trailer and then wander our way over to camp office. I haven't made a decision whether or not to take the guts with me. But I'll have to. I'll have to make a decision on that. A lot of small decisions that really add up to big conclusions. Oh, should I leave this behind? Oops, I'm in a great situation. I don't have burnables with me. Should I bring the guts? Oops, now I'm being mauled to death by wolves. I have to use my final stim. This, that, and the next thing. Hello. 2 more saplings with my name on them. Birch or maple. Looks like birch from here. Keeping my eyes peeled for the nefarious moose. Fortunately, he gives you ample opportunity to just back away from the situation. Take this while I'm at it. This lichen was almost nothing. Yoink. Yeah, it took me a while to recognize that as a moose marking. So a moose coming along and I think they're scraping their horns against the trees. That or they're chewing the bark. I'm not actually sure. I'm no animaltologist. Don't know the first thing about half the animals in the animal kingdom. There's the moose. Okay, good. He's a fair distance away. Should give me an opportunity to loot his vicinity, especially if there are cat. Oh, that's not moose. That's a whole load of deer. Where's the moose then? Dangerous question, but I feel the need to go over here and inquire about some birch bark. And also your cattails. Yeah. Getting wolf plus all these deer would be amazing.
Jesus, it's cold.
I know it's cold, Shepherd. Stop telling me. I can see. Ah, Jesus, Crivens almighty. She loves to complain. But that's alright. You see, I am British, and there's nothing more British than enjoying complaining. So I can complain about her complaining. It gets a bit meta. It's true though. Why else do you think Brits live in Britain? We love the misery. And there's no shortage of it. Well, I'm going to need more than a couple hours sleep at this rate. I will take just 2 hours though, and I'll march my way on to... unless the conditions turn really rough, right? That's a possibility. If conditions go really rough, then I'm in a bad space, but I'll make it work. At least I have the calories thanks to these cattails. I could actually hold out in trappers for a good long while if I just do some good hunting with a dog. Alright, it's getting way too cold. What am I wasting my time here for? Careful cresting hills, though. For exactly that reason. Glad I hesitated there. Very glad I hesitated there. I knew the mistake I was making.
God, freezing.
Whew. Well, there's the wolf, and we could have brought him over to the deer, but we didn't. Let's... boy, we've got a lot of stuff to dry out, don't we? And a lot of stuff to deposit. Okay, okay. There we go. Not so cold, not so bad. I shall sleep for 2 hours and then get moving, unless the conditions are grim. No good reason to think they'll be grim. I'm loath to sleep for only 2 hours, especially since there's a lot. Nah, we'll sleep for 2 hours. I've got enough water, I've got enough calories, and this will warm me right up as well. We'll check how it is outside, grab our stuff, and then get moving over to camp office. Which I think is a bit of a trek from here, but we can do it, I'm sure. Alright, wow, I'm very tired actually. This is going to be a heavy haul. Conditions are good enough. It's very, very warm. That's one of the better things about it. I'm going to already drink my herbal tea because I want the water immediately. And I will need the improved rest benefit as well. I'll just drink up as much as I can so I have all the carry capacity I need. I'm going to need a lot of it. In fact, I may still have to triage my items before I head on out. Like these guts. Do I really want to carry all these guts? Every dog in the neighborhood is going to know I'm around. Yeah, I don't really need these guts. Or, to be honest, the hides. I can come back for these later. Same could even be said for the saplings. It's just they're more convenient over at the camp office. Where's all that coal? I thought I left behind a bajillion coal here. Oh, there's my coal.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Now I am horrifically overweight. Okay, then I should definitely leave behind the guts. And do I have any cured guts? I got 2, but I need 4 for the booties. That's alright, we can do that later. Yeah, you know what? This journey is quite important. Let's just leave behind all of this stuff. It's not that far to come over and get these goods. So we shall be leaving a note for future self here. These are all fresh ones, right? How many of my sticks are there? 1, 2, 3... Oh boy, I can't count now, can I? I think there are 6 maple, 2 maple, 6 birch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and how many guts was that? 3, right? 4? Oh, not bad. Okay, sweet. We'll make a note here then. The trailer has 4 guts, 3 deer pelt, and 4 birch sapling, 2 maple sapling. Definitely want to come back here for these goods once they're all done drying out. Regarding misery in the UK, a while ago I was reading a thread about grimmest thing you witnessed in real life, and someone told a tale about Grimsby. He saw a guy vomiting blood over the hood of a car with a needle still in his arm. All I could think about was maybe there's something to that phrase Jake's likes to use. Grimmer than Grimsby. It is not without measure. I've been up and down the east coast of England before. Once, and not again. I don't think I want this reclaimed wood. It's heavier than it's worth carrying around. Let's just have it here so I can look back on it. Alright, I'm going to be constantly getting more tired, and I don't have my coffee. But I am ready with a torch, and the conditions outside are amazing, so we should be good to go for this. Okay, amazing might be overselling it, but look at how warm it is. It's barely cold at all. Oh boy, they notice you from so far away in these settings. I have actually increased the aggro range of animals. Okay, could just let him de-aggro there, and then, whoop. He doesn't know I'm here now. Suck. Oh, crumbs. Breaking line of sight, getting in there and then dodging him is usually fine, but this time it was not. And he is coming this way, Jings, okay. Another corpse down there, I won't bother with it. Well, I have my my fire stick if need be. It's not that far to camp office, surely. Did I not put in the right amount of birch saplings? Whoops. Thank you for pointing that out. Wait a second, did I just accidentally drop my torch? I did just accidentally drop my torch. Whoops, a fat-fingered Q there. Oh well, that's why I've got spare torches. I bet hags knew I would do that. That's why they bamboozled me. Don't know if I can dodge the beast by getting into that caboose. There's also a couple of trailers over in that direction. I will not go there. Fond memories of that, though. When I first was playing this game, I played the story mode and it was garbage, so I tried it survival mode. Back then, Mystery Lake was the only map available, so I was here. I was dying as I came across here. I set a fire in that caboose to barely warm up. And then I remember wandering in and finding the trailers over there. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting, but it was really rough around the edges and full of jank, so I never bothered playing more. Until years later, it appeared as a weekly one-shot. Great decisions made by me that day. Nothing at all in the caboose. Wow, that's unusual. There's usually something. I'll leave it open so I know I've been and gone. The wind is picking up, the snow is picking up, but just around this corner it should be a straight run to the campsite. Worth also noting, I have not found any acorns whatsoever. A lot of people's recipes have asked for acorns. Some people just want large helpings of acorns, some people want acorn tea, some people want acorn pancakes, and yep, I've found none. On the low setting for salvageable goods, so that's not a term, it's like outdoor goods or natural goods, that is set to high normally on Interloper. We have it set to low, and that seems to also include acorns, because every single acorn patch has been empty so far. Alright, certainly getting colder. It was -2, now it's -5, and that's under all our layers. Our 2 ski jackets, our 2 woolen sweaters, our work gloves, our 2 scarves, which are preventing frostbite on the head rather nicely. Not wearing the headband of shame anymore. That bandana of shame had to go. Couldn't live it down. Yeah, the wolf's torch now. That's alright. It was a good condition torch, but I will definitely be coming back this way later. Whoa, the snow just vanished. You see that? It was there and then just poof, gone. Snow can do that in real life, but it's not that jarringly quick. Still cool though. A corpse here. I want to interact with the corpse. So pro tip, if you don't plan on harvesting a corpse, don't even click on it. Because the moment you click on it, it counts as interacted with, and that means it starts degrading, and then it'll degrade and disappear. But if you don't interact with it, it will stay in stasis forever. That only applies to corpses like that spawn on the map, not corpses you create. Those are a different story. Alright, what do we have inside the busted up train carriage? We've got a load of nothing and a completely useless book. Alright. I'm going to entertain the thought of taking a small arms book with me. At best, it's a 20% chance of starting a fire if I use it as my initial fuel. And I won't. I think these are some acorn trees. Let's try our luck for acorns again. Oh, promising. There we go. This one actually has 2. Yoink. I've got to keep these acorns for later, though I cannot afford to eat them myself. That's one of the added difficulties of this run. A lot of front-loaded goods that I can get, like finding myself some little fishies or some herbal tea and coffee. I can't just eat those willy-nilly. Normally on a run, you're happy to get and eat those immediately because they give you the power you need to lunge forward and get the goods you need to survive more indefinitely by having a bow and arrows, a knife, a hatchet, things that are gonna let you rake the land for its goodies, which is generally killing deer, killing wolves, killing bears, killing moose, eating them, fishing. But now I can't even enjoy all these freebies like those acorns because I need to keep them for some very greedy individuals who want the best meal this Michelin chef or Michelin star chef Shepherd can cook up. Didn't check you, did I? I'll check you as well. And it looks worth checking you. I think you have the triple bill. Certainly got the double. Any plans to return to RimWorld? No, that 500% run I did of RimWorld was full of finality to it. Not saying I'm never coming back to RimWorld. RimWorld's a great game. It was 3 excellent triple acorns. Just when I talk about never finding acorns, we immediately find 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 acorns, I think. 7 handfuls of acorns. That's good. Now I can get to the camp office, warm up, sleep up, and generally be in an excellent condition. And next up, well, assuming I can find the heavy hammer, which is looking less and less good, we're going to be making it for the forge. God, that's a pretty nice looking stylized backdrop there. I like it. It's a shame the day is coming to an end.
I can't feel my feet.
It's okay, Shepherd, I can. We've even got some spare birch bark. We'll have this condition back. We took a very big hit from the food poisoning. It cost us about 80% of our condition, but we're going to bounce back. Some more stuff to check down there. Definitely want to go and check around by the lake. Fret not, the hammer could be by the... It could be, but that's a risky proposition. If I go, I'm sure it'll be by the forge. I get to the forge, there's no hammer. I've wasted a lot of journeying and have nothing to show for it. Well, not nothing, but potentially less than nothing. I could spend a lot of resource getting there and not be looking good for it. The wind is picking up. This is ideal because I've already gotten to my destination. I hear some movement. Alright, that's all the reason I need to get inside. Nothing to drop outside? Good. We're in, we're warm, we are very good. Yeah, I know you need to rest real soon, Shepherd, but what I absolutely need you to do is to drop down the... Oh, I left them all back at the other place, didn't I? Of course I did. Why would I not? Okay, well, at the very least, we can leave our guts over here. They are nice and cured and able to be used for making something. You know, like, a lot of things need a lot of guts, but Rabbity Hat only needs 1 cured gut, and I certainly want that Rabbity Hat. Doesn't even take long to make. Alright, looking forward to picking this place clean, but that is where we're going to pick ourselves off on the next session of this, which is going to be tomorrow. I've got a dentist appointment in the early afternoon. Once I'm done with that, assuming I can still talk afterwards, we'll be carrying on with this. We will be picking Mystery Lake clean, and then hopefully we find a heavy hammer. We'll certainly find a mag lens. You know what, just to satiate my curiosity, is there a mag lens right here? It's the only thing I'm going to check. To my knowledge, you can find the mag lens under this pillow. No. Or you can find it sitting unceremoniously in the corner over here. If it's not here, there's still some other places to check, but I want to be quite sure. Okay, there we go. Always end on a strong note, right? Alright, but that is something we will pick up from later on. Until I am back with more of this tomorrow, it's a cheers and off to the snooker I go. Cheerio.